This goes well, folks. Let me try again. Wait, are we live? Are we live? The software was saying, Oh, God, here we go. I'm boomering already. Oh, yes, 36. Okay. Somebody's dropped off already. Bear with me. This is going very well, folks. This is prime boomering on Brown Alliance. Hey, hello, viewer. Today it is Sunday, November the 3rd, 2024. I am Broon, and I trust you are all doing very well today. We'll just get on with this. On this evening's live stream, discussing latest news, social media, Hollywood, blah, blah, shite, more shite, blah, blah, blah. Shall we get the guests out? Yes. Let's do this. Okay, so somebody's dropped off. This is going very, very well. Okay, first up, from a VPN far, far away, he's the golden reach around droid of choice. It is E3PO.
Good evening, Mr. Brown.
Welcome to this week's ASMR on Mr. Brown Alliance. Hello, Z.
Hello there. This is my sexy voice that I use for Uncle Owen.
I can see why he's just, why you're, or is it him? I don't know, putty in your hands with
He is, yeah.
voice like. I think we'll leave it on that. Yeah, we're all boomering, aren't we, tonight? Okay.
We are, yes.
Okay, so next, new to the channel, but he's dropped off. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? No!
Get someone else in.
We'll have to get somebody else on. Okay. I wonder if he's got stage fright. I hope not. All the way from the land of Texas Shire. She is the queen of this channel. It is Waka Waka Reniel.
Heyo!
Hey, Renee.
Waka Waka.
How's it going, you two?
You too? Not bad.
You guys?
Yous guys? I was going to
well?
ask you something, but I forgot what it was. Damn it. Got
Couldn't have
distracted
been
with all
important
the...
then.
Oh, no worries. I'll think of it later and annoy you.
It's 8.5 inches.
Oh, thank you.
Girthy as well, apparently.
Do it live.
Do it live. Do it live. Do it live.
You know what Ian's question will be for you, right, Z?
No.
Do you have an OnlyFans?
I have an Only Droids.
There you go.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, do you make much money from it, Z? Probably a lot.
No, not off the top of my head.
Just so you guys know how much I love this channel, I am missing the Green Bay game for this, just so you know.
What?
I know. Okay. What's wrong with me?
Great.
I know.
It's great to have you on.
Good to be here.
Okay. Next, new to the channel is a bit of a nipple. He needs to sort his avatar out because it really messes with my OCD. It's Mr. Phobos. And he's a tit.
He's a nipple.
Hello, everybody.
Avatar.
I am working on the avatar there. Okay.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I am doing wonderful this Sunday. Thank you for having me on. Hi, everybody.
Look who it is, everybody. Mr. Phobos. We've seen him in the chats. Now he's live. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm the old guy that forgets to turn his caps lock off all the time.
Oh, no. Oh, no. So, for the folks at home, a little bit about yourself.
Well, let's see. I'm an old boomer like yourself.
Oh, yes.
I'm an engineer. I used to work in video games and VFX industry a long time ago. Yeah, I worked on Quake 2.
Really?
And some that's probably the most famous one.
Wow.
But I got in a little bit of trouble out west and had to come and sort myself out back east there. I am 25 years sober as of last month.
Oh, well done, mate.
Yay! That's
Ooh,
amazing.
Well done.
Well done. Well done.
Has anybody ever told you sound kind of like Adam Carolla?
No, but I could do worse. I've been told I had a face for radio and a voice for newspaper. So
that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. No, I don't think you sound terrible.
I can do Marge Simpson now. Should I do it?
Yeah,
Yeah, go on.
Homer, you had it set on whore. That was a little
Perfect.
weak, but that's pretty.
No, it's all right. It's good.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
And I've been watching I discovered Mr. Brown from Clobby's Star Trek channel.
Oh, rest in peace, Chloe.
Yeah, indeed. It was the only thing I watched. And then I guess I discovered your channel because you used to go there. And then I discovered Platoon, who's very smart.
Oh, he is. The mighty
And then got
Platoon.
sucked into the whole, oh, you know what? It's not just me. These movies really do suck. So
They do. It is great to have you on, my friend. Enjoy
Thank you.
yourself. Shall we get the next guest out?
No.
are you asking me? I'm new. I don't know.
Do it.
Okay. Ista, shall we get the next guest out?
Indeed. Yes. Let's.
Yes. Okay. And last but by no means least, he's the wise elder of the channel, and you know the rest. He's the great mega geek himself. Oh, it.
Oh,
And he's
yeah,
muted.
sorry.
Hello. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Nice to see you people
To
again.
see you, nice.
You
nice to see
people.
you.
You
So they're all
people.
coming in.
Yeah, it is. I haven't even started yet.
Yeah, they're just
There you go.
let's do this for a bit.
Lovely.
Amuse yourselves, folks. Yes.
Yes,
No
it is.
Barry jokes this time. Ooh,
No.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry. I'm sure it'll come later, especially as the
It's got anything to do with it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
So,
knows
are you
what's
well,
up.
Ian?
I'm okay. I'm glad to see my friends again. I'll be Z.
For the last time.
Yeah.
It is great to have you on, my friend.
No worries.
Oh, wait, there is another.
There is another.
Another.
There is
We've got
another,
the
no
full
folks.
stack.
way.
There is another, folks. Can you guess
You
who it
don't
is,
say.
folks? We're not going to let this person on until you guess who it is, folks. So
Is it
chat, come on.
Shooty?
No, not this week.
Are you sure?
Not this week.
Greta Thunberg?
Is it Greta?
How dare you? Trev, no. No.
No.
Ruin.
No.
Oh.
Price. Could be.
Somebody said Lizzo.
Could be.
It could be Lizzo. You don't know.
That would be
Higher
magnificent.
price.
I actually think that if you had Greta Thunberg, that would be really interesting. That's an episode I'd want to watch.
How dare you?
Would you?
We
try
could
and
watch
wine
her
and
stage
dine?
an arrest. That'd be great.
Right.
Yeah, right. For publicity.
Oh, Binara. Oh, I'd die for that. Brie Larson on here.
I feel like her parents don't really. I don't know how to say it, but her parents should be accountable for things they've done. I think.
Agreed.
Who Lizzo's or Greta's?
You know what? Maybe both of them.
Both.
Maybe
Maybe
both.
both. Maybe both. So, are you well, Price?
I am well, and I'm so happy to be here again. Thank you for
10.
inviting me.
10. Can you
I
believe it?
know.
It's a big
He's going
10.
for
Yeah.
a special kind of award here.
Yeah,
I
you'll be
feel
doing
special.
11 II 2 whatever next week, hopefully.
I'm up for it. Hopefully, we can do an 11, but that's up to you, man.
You'll be
Price-
in Brown's special seat.
Price has an excellent show for insomniacs in the U.S. So.
Oh, nice plug. We've not even got to plug yet, but nice plug.
Thank you. That was very kind of you. Thank you.
Common people wrenched £5. Tell us tell us the story, Price. You know the one.
The funny thing is that I told that story on a stream with 3 people, and I think Brown
Swear.
was one of them. If
I was
you
there
hadn't
too.
heard it, nobody would have ever known because probably nobody even listened to that stream.
I listen and note things.
You were lurking. You didn't even say you were listening. You just later like, oh, I heard this and that, and like you could have only heard it if you heard the stream. So
It's a good story.
it is. It is one that I semi regret telling, but what can I do?
So for the 76, I will say the 76 people who 74 people who turn up,
before.
who turn up every
Wah, wah.
week for this, those are the real heroes of this channel. 75.
Do you know what? I keep asking this question. Did you
Why?
put your glass of beverage on top of her head because it was so square?
I
Oh
didn't.
no, not
Did
this
you?
again.
Did you?
No, I didn't. And at the time, I again say I don't know if it was the hair and the fact that she was thin. It wasn't. It didn't look exactly like It wasn't exactly like today.
Yeah. Okay.
Ian, you're resorting to old jokes like Brown.
I
Be
know.
ashamed of yourself.
78.
Hell.
I'm getting old.
78 heroes are listening to this.
78. Wow.
79, the real heroes of this channel, turning up for this shot every week.
So, Brown,
Yeah.
how excited are you that it's finally November, your
Oh,
favorite
best-
month?
Best
Yeah.
month of the year, you know. That's fantastic. November. I just love it. It's great.
I-
82 now. Okay,
See,
let's
82
do
November fans.
76.
Oh,
Chat.
sad face.
Chat, good evening. The 76 heroes, good evening. Okay.
Or suckers.
Let's 79 heroes. Let's do some shite. Yes, let's do some shite.
Why not?
See,
Ugh. Do we have to look at her face the whole time?
Great OCD episode, everybody. Episode 234. Love it. Musings today's date.
okay.
Could somebody buy me some subscribers? We I think it's I think it's $5 for 100 subs. I think we're
What?
going right.
No, we don't do that here.
I just want to get. No, we don't do it here, but I just want to get to 5K. It's just.
You want to get to 5K? Live stream the election coverage on Tuesday. You'll get to 5K.
No, don't
Brits
do that.
react. Yes.
Yeah.
That might be good.
Don't do
Brits
that.
react to Trump.
Let's
and,
react, yes.
Yeah.
But we'd have to start the stream at a ridiculous time, though.
Yes. And it's going to run pretty freaking late. I'll even be in bed by the time they probably figured out who wins and who loses. Because I'm sorry, I'm not staying up and losing sleep for that. I still have to work the next day. So,
Yeah, I'd rather get the news in the morning when I wake up.
yeah, because it's not going to change the results. It's just going to cause me undue stress, like watching, like, what's going on? And no, I don't need that in my
Dr.
life.
Iceman, when does this election shite end?
Supposedly
the 5th.
Wednesday. So,
January 20
Wednesday,
20th.
hopefully.
inauguration day.
yeah, that's fair because also there's a state out there that's saying that they are giving themselves until Thursday or Friday to count votes. So, it's going to be cray-cray. So,
Yeah, phase 1 will end Wednesday, but then we have the certification of the vote and the actual inauguration. And so I expect it's going to be a while.
It's never going to end, folks. Please donate the channel.
I wonder how they're going to cheat this time around then.
now, Ian, that's
Let's
not
move on.
fair.
Let's move on. People don't
They
do
swear they
politics.
didn't
Let's move
cheat.
on. Let's move on. 80,
Go to Twitter. You can already see what's going on.
there
Yeah, I was
are
gonna
80
say-
heroes watching this. Hello, 80.
80
87.
87 heroes.
Amazing. Okay. This was the biggie this week, was it not? Then Agatha.
No.
Big?
Oh.
Big is a relative word.
Was it?
Yeah, big
Was
for
it a
who?
double ender this week?
Call me when it's finished, will you, please? Thank you. Thank you.
It
Double
has
ender.
finished.
Who watched the double ender? Then?
No, the
I
talk
did.
about this. When it's finished.
No.
We will. Don't worry. Anyone?
Well, yeah, I watched it.
I watched both episodes.
Who would like to go first?
You go first, Price.
Okay, so basically, there was a final episode that
Spoilers.
I thought that 8th episode was the finale. So I watched it and I really, really suffered. It was awful and stupid. And then at least when the credits started rolling or it looked like it was ending, I said, well, at least I don't ever have to watch that show again. And then suddenly it had, the bubble that opens up that says like next episode in 5 seconds.
Mhm.
Oh no.
So it opens up and then I'm like, no, it's not the finale. I actually thought that the show could have ended with the 8th episode, but then suddenly the 9th episode goes back in time to show, Agatha hundreds of years earlier, tricking all these witches and something with her son. It was
Friggin'.
so awful. I can't, I could go into it, but really it's just a shitty show. And I had to sit there for the additional hour, which felt like an epilogue of sorts. And show is terrible. I was just glad that it was over, and I don't ever have to watch it again.
So other than that, you liked it, yes?
Wait, I'm a little confused. You said the only bubble I see is, do you want to keep reseeding?
Wait.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I get.
Okay.
Welcome to In Jokes. On
We
Mr.
will
Brown.
same time next week. Nice crowd.
That was a Johnny Depp Jack Sparrow joke.
Ba-bum.
Really? And I love pirates, and I don't. Okay. Didn't hit. Okay.
Z.
I thought it was absolute bollocks.
And
Say
I'm
what
just
you mean. Say what you mean.
How dare
I'm just
you?
kidding.
Bollocks.
Nobody's
dare you.
pirating this. Just kidding.
Nope. It was a complete and utter waste of time. If
So
Ian
no-
were here, he would definitely say it was shit. Oh,
No-
he is here.
No
I am.
payoff.
It was
no-
shit, but I never saw it.
You quite
Well, you were
enjoyed
right.
You quite enjoyed the previous episode, didn't you?
I did enjoy the time travel episode,
Yeah.
yes, but other than that, it was pretty dire.
Oh dear.
But even then, the time travel episode, if you give it any kind of scrutiny whatsoever, just doesn't make any sense either. So I'm glad we didn't watch
Bollocks.
it the second time. Yeah, bollocks.
It's a funny way to describe
Okay.
a show with no men in it. I'm just saying.
Yay!
No men at all.
Well, there is
At
one
all.
guy in it, isn't there?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
call
I
him a
suppose you
man.
could call him a
I
guy.
see. Interesting.
Um,
Move along.
Yeah, we'll do it in a second. Swap Shop wrenched at Mr. Brown. I promise to recommend the channel to 35k of my friends if price slowly says. Can you read that, Pricey?
I promise to recommend the channel of 35k to my friends if Price slowly says Bueller 3 times. Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
And Bueller.
Z, are you available, please, my friend?
I most certainly am, Joe, eager for $25. Agatha
Nice.
finale had that vibe where it really seems like the production staff tried so hard, but the writing is such shit they just can't save it.
Oh, dear.
Exactly. I mean, I did give some thought into
Cheers,
that because
Joe. Thank
you
you.
remember things like Star Trek and Star Trek The Next Generation. You had writers who had actually experienced war and life,
Yeah.
and they really wrote from
Oh, yeah.
where they were coming
Experience.
from.
Yeah,
Yeah, experience. But this, I think, most experience these writers have had is, I don't know, their parents paying for them through college.
I heard one of the writers actually got 2% milk instead of soy in her latte once. It was a scandal.
Mm.
I drink soy.
I do have an
Well,
observation.
rested.
If I
Yeah,
can.
go on, Mister.
So I noticed one of the things that Disney is really trying to present this show as a success, throwing out numbers without sort of any context. You know, $1 million is a lot if you're talking about Krugerrands.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah. The ratings are worse than the Acolyte and the what was it, the Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson show. This show has not been a success.
No,
well-
not even a little bit. I mean,
just-
if you just take a look at the viewing figures, there was something like 4.3 million for the
I mean, that's a big
all-
number.
yeah, last but one episode. But then they lost 500,000 people.
Yeah, the caption here says Agatha All Along episode 8 hits 4.6 million views in one day, up 10% from episode 7. So it seemed to me like there was gaining some traction. Maybe people
No, because
half
it
liked
lost
it.
more.
Oh, okay.
They've lost 500,000. Have they checked Diddy's house?
Between episodes, which aired on the same day. So people got halfway, when they completed episode 8 and then went, fuck this, I just can't be bothered with the ending.
Oh, that's not good then, is it?
No.
Also, when they say one view, that could be 10 people watching 5 minutes and then clicking off. It doesn't necessarily mean someone lasted through the whole episode.
Okay. Shall we just leave it then? Because it's shit. Isn't
Yes.
Also, considering the amount of subscribers that Disney Plus has all over the world, this doesn't seem like a show like everybody's tuning into. This is a measly show that was targeted for middle-aged women who like drinking wine and maybe in the LG category. And
Oh, you mean like Leslie?
maybe like her. But the thing is that it's fine if there were a bunch of great shows and then they just did one like this and they say, well, that's targeted for this niche audience. Maybe you can get away with it. Otherwise, it was a subpar. It was below CW, below Charmed CW, in my opinion. And I don't think Charmed is a great show.
Here you go, folks. Johnny Lawrence's mum, Wrenched World of Sport. I binge watched this with my kid. I need to apologise to my liver. I hit it pretty hard. Oh dear.
It was pretty bad. I wouldn't give it a season 2.
Well, even
get one, is it?
There is an audience for this kind of thing, but it's not the typical Marvel audience. This would be a subset of like the Barbie audience. And even if they are managing to grow, I mean, that's okay. But it's, it's sort of like going into a monster truck rally and selling Chardonnay at the concession stand. It's not really.
Oh dear.
It's not really a Marvel thing. They're not getting their normal Marvel audience here.
You know what's funny? When I was at New York Comic Con trying to get in, because there's this huge line in the morning, there was this lady and this maybe other lady standing behind me, and they were talking about how much they like this show.
Wasn't Leslie, was it?
No, it wasn't. But it looks like somebody that could have maybe been friends with Leslie. Never mind. In any case, these two ladies were in back of me, and then I just I couldn't take it anymore. So I kind of said, "Listen, it's a crappy show. It's not considered a success." And they're like, and they said something to me really seriously about how great the representation is on the show and how it's representing LG people and all this stuff.
It wasn't Leslie.
It wasn't, but like I said, like it could have been like a good friend of hers. In any case, what I said was,
Rebecca?
I know it wasn't her. So I just said, I told them flat out, I said, this is a business that they're running. This isn't enough. It's not enough of an audience, and there just isn't enough people. And then one of them told me she wasn't trying to be mean. She was actually being polite. Like, she didn't act rudely, but she was just saying things that I greatly disagreed with. She said, well, until something along the lines of until Avengers Endgame, for all those years, you had all these kind of male, macho type of superheroes. And then I'm like, yeah, that's when it was making money. The fact that, and what, until that time, like, that's it, we've had our run, and now like the whole MCU has to cater to these kind of LG middle-aged wine women. I mean, didn't make any sense. And the fact that I was talking to her and it didn't seem to register with her. She was still thinking how great it is that there's a representation. I think that's part of the problem with this entire industry and DEI and all that stuff, is that there's really small groups, niche groups, that are so gung-ho on all this kind of representation that they're really missing the big picture, that at the end there also has to be a business here that people actually make money. But that's just my 2 cents.
Were you talking to them through the medium of your glove puppet?
No, I actually well, when I was in New York Comic Con, I kind of looked like Darkman, if you've ever seen the movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
in addition to Darkman, there was also the puppet thing, but it looked as though Darkman and Price of Reason were hanging out at Comic-Con. If somebody were to look at it, I think that at that point maybe I was just Darkman.
Okay. It's the final comment and we'll move on.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question. When did the conceit that people needed to see themselves on film and that representation, like one for one, it used to be you could identify with somebody's struggle, with their values, with what's happening. When did when did we start really hearing the word representation and the idea that you had to see yourselves on screen? I mean,
around 2015.
I wanted to be
2015
Treebeard when
was
I
the
was
year
little.
of everyone getting offended by everything. So that's pretty much when it started for me. In my opinion, that's when I see it happened.
People are saying in the chat 2016. So 2015, 2016.
Pretty close,
Yeah.
Hey.
And somebody in the chat said I sounded like Mark Malcolm. So is it the gayest voice ever?
I still say Adam Carolla. You should use your avatar should be Death from Family Guy because he voices Death, or like the Grim Reaper. It'd be amazing. Just saying.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's there is a super chat. Let's just do this super chat before we move on.
Do it.
Mega Spider-Man wrenched €2 fave John Wayne film and why?
I'm going to be real honest, and I feel bad for saying this. My dad showed me old John Wayne movies when I was an itty bitty kid, and I could not tell you the names of any. I don't really remember much, so I'm sorry.
I'll say Rooster Cogburn, True
That was
Grit.
the second one, wasn't it?
Anything like probably True Grit.
True Grit was great.
True Grit was good, yeah.
Cowboys was good, even though he was only in half of the movie. And Stagecoach. Stagecoach is a good one as well. Yeah. What's that one with Dean Martin? I can't remember. Rio Bravo was quite good.
What was it? McHugh,
yeah. Brannigan.
Brannigan. When was he in London?
Yeah. In London, I think. Yeah, Brannigan. Yeah.
I have to go with the Searchers.
Searchers are great as well. What a great ending. Yeah.
Got to admit, I don't like John Wayne. I think he's a terrible actor.
Well, the thing about John Wayne is that he wasn't a very nice person, apparently. So there you go.
Yeah, I am hearing all this stuff come out like years and years later, so I don't know what's true and what's not. But I'm like, damn, dude, he had people held him in high regard, and to find out he was a dickhole is kind of disappointing, But
he did have star presence, and a lot of people liked him, and he's became a big star because of his presence. So there you go. Yeah. I mean, he's not exactly a great actor, but he has that Hollywood quality, doesn't he? John Wayne?
Okay, got another super chat, folks. Sir Melvin of Deeply wrenched £2. Disney's a asshole. Dickhead.
Oh, right, okay. D4.
Don't give a fuck.
Cheers, Mel.
MGK4 wrenched $2 Canadian work dollars. I always see myself in Z. Oh, yeah.
Well, most people can because I reflect their body as they're doing me from behind.
Okay, let's. We took too much time on that shot. Let's move on.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Obviously, today's episode is dropping later, so we're doing last week's. Who's still watching the Penguin?
Who isn't?
Absolutely.
Me.
Oh, I am.
Well, he said who isn't, so that's why I was like, me.
I like the one thing I never think of when I'm watching this show is Batman, but it's a phenomenal show. I mean, the characters are insanely good, and even working around, don't watch the behind the scenes stuff though. It'll kind of it'll upset you. You'll see that they made some decisions based on DEI, but even so, I'm impressed how they were able with the writing, even though they were working around some of those unwritten Hollywood DEI rules, like women will never do violence on other women. whereas Sophia should do violence on anybody, really. But so far, I'm absolutely enjoying it. I think more of The Sopranos than Batman when I'm watching it, though.
Really? Z?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think Sophia's a very well written character, and she's turning into my favourite. I absolutely love her. The only thing I have a problem with Penguin is he's turning a little bit into Thrawn. Everything seems to go wrong, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I knew that would happen." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been thoroughly enjoyable. I've got no bad words to say about the Penguin.
The acting is really phenomenal.
Yeah, I think Kristen Milioti, whatever her name is, that plays Sophia, I think she's really good.
XBT, hello Eggs. Are you not watching it, Mr. B? I'm not. No, I don't know if I'm interested in it.
What?
Can I just say I just was not interested in the Pattinson Batman. Yeah.
You know, I can understand what you're saying. It's not a show that I personally asked for or really cared about, but once I already got to watching it, it's rather enjoyable.
Okay.
I agree that you kind of think of more of a Sopranos type show. You almost forget that it's even set in the Batman universe or Pattinson universe.
Okay.
And I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to have to worry about Pattinson showing up, like I said, or Colin Farrell for that matter.
How many episodes to go?
Probably
Two
one
more?
or two, or two more. I don't know, two more.
So,
Yeah,
what
it's
episode
6.
are we on now? 7?
Number 6, I think.
6, and there's 8 eps. Yeah.
Ian, you're not going to do it either, are you?
Nope. That's that.
There is 2 more episodes left, folks.
Don't care.
At least Ian's happy about it. He sounds happy.
So I'm not watching this show.
Yawn.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't hate me.
Rennie, are you interested or not?
Get the hell out. You know, I have no interest in the Pattinson universe. They could all go straight in the fucking bin and set it on fire. Just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe honestly, if this had just been standalone.
I totally agree with Rennie.
Mm.
I don't want to watch something that's connected to the Pattinson Batman. I think the Pattinson Batman is the worst interpretation of Batman ever.
Yeah.
So I don't want to I don't want to know.
Absolutely terrible.
Sorry for being narrow-minded, folks.
It's not like there's a whole lot of other stuff to be watching.
Yeah, of course there is.
You know, you don't watch shit just because, well, I guess there's nothing on, so I'll watch shit, because I can't do that. I'm like, oh, I'm turning this off. Like, for instance, there was an interview on a certain podcast the other day that I'm like, oh my God, I can't make heads or tails of this man. Why the fuck am I watching it? I had to walk away. So I was, couldn't do it. So.
Z, are you available, please, my friend?
I most certainly am. Joe Eager for $10 US. I like how the Penguin doesn't mention Batman at all. I found the film unbearably boring too. I think he mentions him in either the first or second episode. Just refers to him as the Bat.
I think I'm going to wait.
Or binge it.
Yes. I'm going to wait, see what you guys think at the end. Yeah. I think that's all I can. Yeah. I'm just like Ian. I'm just. It's Pattinson. Just not interested. Just no, folks. Sorry, folks.
No, everything about this seems wrong. Why did they get Colin Farrell and then plastered him with makeup on his face when they could have just got someone overweight?
Oh, well,
and,
here you go.
I'm saying it just didn't make any. None of this makes any sense to me.
Phil, hello, Phil. No Farrell, no show. To be honest, there you go. Wow.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah, I'm not a big Colin Farrell fan. I mean, he is a decent actor from time to time, but it's hit and miss for me. But it's not going to sell me to watch a show. Be like, oh my God, Colin Farrell's on it. I'd rather watch something with Will Ferrell in it, to be honest.
Has he done his penguin yet? His penguin noise?
No, he's not, because basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the Batman universe realistic. And it's like, well, no, because Batman comes from a fantasy element. It is a fantasy thing. It needs fantastical things.
Well, but
Yeah.
didn't
Not interested
Nolan
in
do that, Ian? He
no,
kind of
no,
kept it
yes,
semi-grounded,
no.
right?
Nolan had the fantastical when the
Yeah.
Batmobile drove on roofs and
Well,
stuff like
that's
that. That
true.
was the fantastical stuff,
But it,
and
like,
other
you
stuff as
know,
well.
a lot of it he tried to keep grounded, but you can't. You're
Yes,
right. You can't ground all of it because
all of it.
there's
Yeah,
no like billionaire out there that's gonna like dress up as a vigilante and go
exactly.
saving lives and shit and
Yeah.
have this like awesome car that can jump roofs and grapples buildings and shit. That just doesn't happen.
But
So
also, Batman is a hero. Okay, no matter which way you look at it, he saves lives, and catches the villain. And again, the
yeah,
Patterson
Not in
Batman
the
didn't
last
catch
movie,
anyone.
he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't catch anyone. So
he was
there's something
too
insidious going
sad.
on here. I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
Here you go, folks. Dr. Iceman wrenched. Why the hate for Colin Farrell?
We don't
Because
hate
he's a
him.
douche.
No, Rennie thinks he's a deuce. I think he's a good actor, but
Sounds
I
like-
don't see the point of hiring him and then putting loads of makeup on him so that he's not unrecognizable. And why didn't they just hire someone that looked like that? Do you know what I mean? A good actor.
You make a good point, but to be fair, he does give a good performance. Even though I agree with everything you're saying, when you watch it, he is good. What can I do?
So,
And he's had two phenomenal shows this year.
Yeah.
Sugar on Apple TV
Yeah, Sugar
was brilliant, and
I haven't seen Sugar. Everybody
it
tells
may
me
not
it's
look
good.
like him, but it's his acting. It's really good. I don't.
He's
I
maybe
think
found
it's just
his
stunt
niche.
casting. That's all it is, you know. Oh, we got Colin Farrell, and look, he's unrecognizable. And it's like, well,
So-
you could have got a fat guy
Hello,
to
Amelia.
basically do it. You know what I mean? And a good actor at that.
that's
you know?
right.
It's just
Well,
saying.
so question for Brown is it off-putting since there's no vegan or bicyclist representation? No, because somebody in the chat said that you couldn't identify with anyone in the show.
Yeah, listen. If there's no soy flowing or soy meat or whatever, I'm not interested. Anyway, let's move on.
No,
Okay.
not going to live that joke down.
Okay. So, new episode dropped today.
Oh, man, I
We're
still
not going
need
to
to
do. We're not
see
going to
it.
do spoilers, but what an episode!
Yeah, I haven't. I've been so busy. I haven't had a chance. I've missed 3 episodes so far, so I need to go back.
Oh my God, Ian!
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can't
Things are
tell you
heating
about.
up.
I can't tell you about this episode specifically, but the one before it, us like shit got real, man, and the one
Okay.
before that as well. But yeah, I didn't watch it yet today because my husband opened, so he worked early. So we're watching it like right after the Green Bay game's over. So
Franco has been doing this throughout the day. Today,
Ah.
incredible.
yeah, dude, it's
What an
awesome.
episode.
It's an awesome show.
I'll catch up with it soon.
Z, did you watch it?
I did. This was the best episode so far this season.
Wow, high praise
Oh
indeed.
shit!
Oh no, it's really, really good.
42 minutes as well. So
Yeah.
we kind of knew that something was going to happen.
Yeah, it was good. I watched the last few minutes as we were gearing up to start this stream, and I managed to finish it and really like where this season is going now. The first few episodes were a bit kind of just okay, but then it really found its rhythm, and I like what's going on now.
Okay, sounds good.
You got Nerdy Film Girl. Hello. Has Atmosphere answers me tried oat milk?
So, Price,
Welcome
did you say
to-
you finished right before the show?
Uh,
Finish what?
Sorry, that was
I
terrible.
finished, and I also finished the episode of Tulsa King right before we started streaming.
Heyo.
Yeah, that sounds like Smilex.
I have tried oat
Sorry.
milk. Don't like it in coffee. Prefer soy in coffee because I'm a soy boy.
That is some sick shit right there. Oat milk trumps soy in coffee. Just saying. It's like amazing in coffee. Well, if
Yeah,
it's good
whatever.
oat milk. No,
Whatever.
seriously. Like I've had the best oat milk lattes, dude.
Whatever.
I'm telling you.
Oh, good for you.
I have to say,
Yeah.
everything Taylor Sheridan touches seems to turn to gold. I was shocked at how much I loved the first season. I had my doubts they would pull it off again, but this season, I have a problem whenever they go into the store because it really makes me want to get high, and I can't do that. But otherwise, the show is great.
I just realised the guy who owns the store, he's the bloke in Spider-Man, isn't he? He's the teacher in Spider-Man, isn't he?
Yeah.
More significantly, he's from the show Silicon Valley, which I think that
Martin
there
Starr's
he was
fantastic.
Guilfoyle, I think he was called there. And that
Right.
he plays the same character basically everywhere he
Oh,
goes.
it's great.
But
Yep.
he does it pretty well, at least. I'll give him that.
Mm.
All I can say, folks, is I think there's probably 2 episodes to
You
go.
have 2 episodes left.
Yep.
If
I
you-
liked.
if you- oh,
Oh, I just like the twist that the guy who owns the store. He's also a crook. Like he looked like an innocent victim in season 1, and it turns out, oh yeah, you know what? He's a crook too. They're all crooks.
Well, he was a small crook, wasn't he? Now he's a big crook.
Well, 2 million
Oh my
isn't
God.
that small.
Yeah, well,
Um,
yeah.
Here you go, folks. MSU84 wrenched 2 Canadian woke dollars. Brown likes his coffee like he likes his men. Yeah.
In a
Cold and
recyclable
cheap.
cup.
Soy.
Yeah. What? Every time I see this
Jesus Christ.
picture of Sylvester Stallone, it always looks like he's wearing women's shoes for some reason.
Because it's called Italian
I
fashion.
know, but it just
Yeah.
looks
Italian,
awful.
yeah.
They're Italian shoes. Now, the picture itself doesn't do him any justice, but
No, it
when you
doesn't.
actually see him in the shoes, they're not women's shoes. So,
You don't they stuck a woman's leg in there? That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Just looks weird.
Listen, folks, you really need to check it out. Tulsa King.
Check it out.
If you've not seen any of Tulsa King season 1 or 2, I think you could probably just about squeeze it in. If
dude,
you
binge it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You know
so
what?
worth it.
Try and sort it so you all go to the last episode of season 2. I think you can do it, folks.
What's he doing sitting in the middle of the road? He'll get run over if he doesn't move his
Because he
chair.
didn't give a shit. He's like, come at me, bro.
Like,
That's
I
what he's
don't
like in
give
the
a
show, right?
fuck.
That's right. He's like,
Okay.
come on.
Rennie, you know how you said the last episode shit got real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've stopped. I'm gonna wait for it to finish now because like waiting another week, I'm gonna binge the rest. It's too good, and so
There you go, folks.
these last 3 episodes I'm saving until they're all out.
I will
Amazing.
say, possibly you could do a trial of Paramount Plus in maybe a couple of weeks. Just try and binge everything for your
Or
free
you can
month.
Fail the
also
seven
watch
seas.
it on Prime.
Yeah.
Prime's
Oh,
a
is it on
better
Prime?
app
Well-
than Paramount, to be honest. If you
Okay.
want a streaming app, it's a much
Yeah, you
better
have to
app.
pay for it on Prime in the UK.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Check it out, everybody. Stallone's fantastic. Supporting cast are fantastic. It's just so fucking good. Okay.
I don't know if this is for everybody, but 2 years ago I signed up for a Paramount Plus subscription trial. I canceled it, and it still works for 2 years, and they haven't ever charged me.
Shit.
Shit, I wouldn't say anything until it stops working, or yeah.
They've heard you now.
It's worth a try, you know.
They've heard you
Okay.
now.
Haha, fugly.
Z, this is just you and I, isn't it?
Well, it is
Superman
one of
Lois.
those, yeah, yeah.
Bugly.
Still going good. I wish they'd
Still
keep
fugly as
keep
ever,
it going.
right?
Still fugly as ever. But he's my Superman, and I love him.
Good luck.
It is. It's fantastic.
How many we got now? 3, 4 episodes left.
Is there's 4?
He's
Hey,
about to
there's-
say ugly.
The show's
my
really
God.
good. I was surprised and shocked. It is a really good show. Even James Gunn likes it. That's why they
That's
give
why
it
he wanted to
another
take it
season.
off.
That's why I binned it.
That's why he
Bastard.
binned it, yeah. How many episodes to go on this show then?
I think there's
2?
4 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Are we at episode 6? Z?
Something like that.
Yeah. 4 to go. They're not messing about.
Good luck.
They know they've only got 10 episodes. They're making it count. So good.
Flav has a bit of a spoiler in his super chat.
He can spoil all he wants.
Okay. Z, are you available? Busy night for you this evening?
I am. Flav wrenched with what's the S for? What is
World
it
of
mean?
Sport.
World of Sport for £10 British, which is real money, don't you know? Next week's episode should be excellent. The lines have been drawn. My prediction is the Mafia Lords will come together to spank the Asian noobs, as they should.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking that as well. Okay. Superman and Lois, folks, check it out. It's really good. Okay, shall we just get into the other stuff then?
Please.
This was released this week, Heretic, and somebody's been to see it, have they not, Mr. Alf?
What? Sorry? Yes. This is a sorry. This is a really, really enjoyable movie. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a huge fan of Hugh Grant. I can honestly tell you that when Hugh Grant's being interviewed, he always plays himself down. The last interview I saw him, he kept saying, "Oh, this acting lark, I do it just for the money, and I don't really care." That's the vibe he gives out. But in this film, you can tell that this man can act, and boy, does he act in this film. So, just generally speaking, what it's about is that these two girls, these trying to sell their Mormon religion to people. So they're the ones that stand in the sidewalk saying, you want to learn a bit more about Jesus Christ? And they have this list of people to visit, and he's on the list. And they go there, and they say they can't come in unless there's a woman present. And he says, my wife's in there making a pie. So they go in, and they talk to him. And as the conversation happens, it gets a bit weird. And I'm gonna stop right there. So it is there's one sequence in it that might piss everybody off who's religious. There's a sequence in here where he tries to prove that all religions are terrible and doesn't exist, and I thought it was very fascinating. I think a lot of people get upset about that, but if you can ignore all that, you'd really enjoy this film. The third half is a bit rubbish, but the rest of the film is very enjoyable, and Hugh Grant is amazing in this film. I'll stop there.
Wait, the third act is rubbish?
Yeah, because the conclusion is not very good. That's why.
But that's kind of a disappointment, because you start off a movie really enjoying it, and then you kind of, are left with a lackluster ending.
Okay, let me rephrase that then. Basically, the conclusion I didn't think was very good, but I think a lot of people accepted it, and as a filmmaker, of course, I didn't think it was very good. I think it was a bit of a cop-out. But I think a lot of people would enjoy this film because of Hugh Grant and because of the story. And also, it's contained, right? There's few shots in the street, but most of it happens in his house. So it's a very contained kind of movie. I can see a low-budget person making it, but someone must have loved the script so much they thought they put a lot of money into this. So honestly, it's worth your time. Don't take my word for it. It's worth your time. So
I like it.
Is it better than Barry?
Look, the people that say that Barry's not good, right, haven't watched Barry. So,
Yeah,
I've watched a few seasons of it. Yeah, I've watched multiple seasons, but I kind of lost interest after.
Yeah, so did I.
Second or third.
After the third, I think I lost. I thought the fourth season was terrible. But we're not talking about Barry. We're talking about Heretic, and Heretic is worth your time. That's all I can say.
Okay. Ian, I heard the ending was really exposition heavy, contrasting to the.
But it I can't tell you the core of the story, right? Because it will spoil it for you. But he's trying to prove something to these girls in this film, and I found the ending unsatisfying. But it doesn't take away from the rest of the film how enjoyable the rest of the film is. It's like Long Legs. Long Legs was very enjoyable up to the point to the ending, and I just didn't think the ending warranted, that kind of ending. I thought it was going to be better, but it didn't spoil my enjoyment via watching it. And it's the same thing with this as well.
I don't think it opens in the U.S. until next week.
Right. It is worth your time. I'm telling you, this guy can act. He really can act.
There you go. Tough question, Franco. Was it shit here?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Look, I'm not here to make you go and see this film. It's up to you. This is just purely my opinion. You might disagree, and God bless you for that. But Brown asked me what I think, and this is
that's right.
Okay.
Hugh Grant's fantastic. He was the best thing about Dungeons and Dragons. I like it when he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a. Listen, right? A lot of
just
people
enjoying himself now.
Say that he's not a good actor. Or he's only a one-tone person. He isn't in this film, man. He brings his A game on. He really does. So anyway,
so I heard
watch list.
I heard a funny thing. He's a cross between Mr. Rogers, Hannibal Lecter, and Richard Dawkins.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Fair assessment. Yeah, I would say he's a very intelligent villain. Put it that way.
Wrenched from the man who said, "Go and see Romulus." Alien Romulus is shit. Go and see him.
But
Dude is on fire.
It's all like good. Listen, you're entitled to opinions, and so am I.
So you're wrong, mate.
God
Okay,
bless
let's
you.
move on.
God bless you. Oh,
Who saw this? First look at Billy Zane as Marlon Brando
Wow.
in new
no,
biopic.
this is
Yeah,
old
that's
news.
That
I've
is-
seen this.
We have done
before.
the story before, but apparently as well, he had to audition for the role.
That's Billy Zane?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is under heavy makeup.
Fucking unbelievable.
Holy crap.
Mm.
Why don't they just get someone who looked like Marlon Brando, Ian?
And
Get
who was
Marlon
fat.
Brando in.
Touche.
Get Marlon Brando in. That's all I can say.
Is there anybody who looks like? Is there any actor that looks like Christopher Reeve?
I don't think so.
Brandon Routh?
Yeah,
His
he was
son?
pretty
No,
good.
he looks nothing like him.
Yes, he does. He looks a lot like him. What are you crazy?
He
No.
does have a similar look, but Christopher Reeve was a bit more, he looked more like Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. But the thing is that he's playing someone that actually exists in the world, Marlon Brando, and the makeup's really good. And if he performs like Marlon Brando, that's
Well, that's the
brilliant,
big
right?
question: is Billy Zane a good enough actor to pull off a Marlon Brando type?
We'll
of
find out.
performance?
We'll find out.
I mean, he's a decent actor. I don't
He's
think he's gotten
decent.
good enough roles, so to speak, to really for me to judge whether he's a great actor or not. I
What
haven't
the-
seen him in enough to where I'm like, oh yeah, he's really good or he's really bad. I just think he's okay.
He's
But
in Titanic.
Titanic, but I mean, I
Yeah,
haven't
but
really
Goes down
I
well
hate
in our house,
Titanic.
but-
roles.
The Phantom wasn't good enough role for you, Rennie?
The Phantom was pretty good, but I don't know. I just haven't
was in
seen
Back
him
to
in
the Future.
enough,
He was in Back
for
to the
2
Future.
seconds, and he was just like one of Biff's
Yeah,
like hooligans. But
yeah.
Well, I hope for the sake of the crew he doesn't go method, because Brando was just incredibly unstable and hard to work with.
What is this for then? This what is it for? Is it
a new biopic.
Oh, I see.
Biopic,
Of Marlon Brando. But do you know what? Is he playing Marlon Brando all the way through, or is he just playing Marlon Brando when he did this film, when he did The Godfather?
Don't
Or are
know.
they going to get somebody else to play
Probably a
Marlon
life
Brando when he was
story.
younger?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be
Okay.
what Brown said.
A life story. Okay. It looks amazing. I think I'm interested at this stage. Yes. I'm interested. Okay. Let's move on.
Godzilla.
I will say happy 70th Godzilla today. New hashtag Godzilla movie has been officially greenlit. Takashi Yamazaki will return to write and direct.
It's good news.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just hope that
One
they
piece of
don't,
good news.
You know how like something's really good that doesn't necessarily have a sequel in mind, or they don't necessarily have it planned to have a sequel, and then they make a sequel and it's like, oh, it didn't live up to the hype. I
Like
really hope it's
Joker
not
2.
like that. Yeah, exactly. So, I really hope that's not the case with this, but I love Godzilla, so of course I'm going to watch it. So
I hope they actually have more Godzilla in the second one than in the first one.
we were missing a lot of Godzilla.
I think this guy, he strikes me as a serious guy. Even when he did his own personal announcement, announcing that he's going to return to direct, it's so opposite of anything Hollywood does. He's just standing there. He's like, I am returning to make a film. Thank you. And like, that's his whole video. Did anybody see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
But he's different generation, different thing, isn't
Culture.
it?
Different culture, but you know what? I like his attitude. No nonsense. It was like an 8-second video that he's like, I am returning. Thank you. And that
He's
was
like-
it.
Otomo Gojiro ikimasu.
Was it like what's his name out of Police Academy with the lip syncing?
No, I mean, he actually speaks in Japanese, but there's subtitles at the bottom of the screen.
Damn
And,
you.
Yeah, and he just says thank you. I'm returning to direct the movie, but he says in a way that seems really humble too. And I like everything he's done, even his demeanor, how he's acted, and how he's carried himself until now. And if he brings any of that type of enthusiasm to a sequel, I don't think it's going to be the Joker 2. It may not be as good as Godzilla -1, but it's not going to be Joker 2.
Do you think they would possibly increase the budget to 20 million?
They will increase
Probably.
the budget
to 20?
No, I don't know, but they will increase the budget, and there will be more Godzilla in this, I reckon. Because I mean, where else can they go? You know what I mean? They've got to increase the budget for the next one.
I think they
21
will,
million,
but I hope also. I like the fact you guys said you didn't see enough of Godzilla. I like that basically he was also telling a really good story where you care about the characters,
Yeah.
and the fact that he sparingly used Godzilla, I actually thought that it made the scenes with Godzilla in it a lot more powerful. Not that I would
didn't think
complain.
so.
I won't complain if there's more Godzilla, but I don't think that he just I actually respect what he did regardless.
I hear that he wants Matthew Broderick in the second one. That's a
I
joke.
hope
did
not.
say
Common
He did
people
say-
will be happy then.
he said there's going to be another kaiju, so you're going to have twice the monster. And
Oh wow, cool.
that first movie was so visceral. Like
Yeah.
when the tail hits the buildings, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like the opposite of what we've been getting here now for so many years.
Yeah.
Save Mothra. Why did you say that name?
I like the little turtle guy. Gamera.
Yeah, do you remember that scene where all the camera crew was on the roof and they were like trying to film Godzilla? I was like, what the hell? Run! Why are you on there? Run! It was quite funny. But yeah. I think
Subtitles
it's a good
didn't
movie.
bother me at all as well.
No, it
These
bothered me.
movies, they came out when I was a teenager, and we would go or even younger, like a tween, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla and Mothra, King Kong versus Godzilla. They were so much fun.
Are you talking about the Japanese versions where they had men in suits? Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
If this was made in Hollywood, yes, it would be time to deconstruct. Because hello, John.
Yeah.
Okay. So looking forward to it. Shall we move on?
Let's.
What's next? Oh no.
Ugh.
I'll just read the caption at the bottom. Ridley Scott developing new alien movie after huge Romulus success.
Was it really, though?
It was box office wise, so we
Yeah.
can't complain really. So yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable, but it was huge holes in the plot.
Does
in this
Ridley
one.
Scott have like children? Like it's time to take the keys away from Grandpa,
No, he's still look. I do rate him as a filmmaker. I really do, and I respect him as a filmmaker as well. He's made some shit, like everybody else has. But you can't take away the classics that he's done in the history of his filmmaking, and for that I respect him.
Prometheus, amazing.
I definitely
was
respect
terrible.
him.
Covenant, fantastic, amazing films. Moving on.
I wanted to say that I respect him, but kind of like what Quentin Tarantino says, which I don't know if he'll implement it down the road, but he says he doesn't want to be old and make movies because he thinks that he won't be able to keep the level up of, his work. And I think that that's what happened to Ridley Scott. Too many studios offering money, too many projects that he still wants to do, and he's just not delivering the quality that he used to deliver. That's the truth.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, if the studio's offering him a shitload of money, and I agree with you, he's not going to turn it down, is he?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he wants to keep
Stupid not
busy.
to.
I agree with
Yeah.
you. He wants to keep busy and work. So really, this is more the studio's fault than anything else. But
Are we gonna get two parallel Alien movies? Is he working on his at the
TV,
same time they're doing the Romulus
What?
sequel?
Yeah, TV.
Oh,
and,
just what we
film.
needed, like Star Wars.
I just think that they should stop now. That's what I reckon. But it's money,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's like James Cameron when he did Terminator Dark Fate. Everybody welcomed him back, but the end product wasn't that great.
Oh, shit.
Well, it seems
was
like
okay for about 7 minutes.
he seems
Yeah.
much more focused on the androids than the actual xenomorph. Like maybe he should just make some more movies about robots. Oh, Blade Runner. Never mind. No, take the keys.
The thing is, though, they should go back to the one alien versus loads of people. That's what they should go back on. None of this. Was it changing into a creature at the end in rubbish? And you know what I mean? Just go back to basics. That's what they should do.
There you go, folks. Dr. Iceman wrenched. I still think Sir Ridley Scott is one of the goats.
Yeah, he is. He is. I do respect him, as I said, and I agree with everything that everybody said. Yes, he's kind of past his sell-by date, but if the studio's going to keep giving him money, you'd be stupid to say no. Might as well take it.
Well, these movies contradict the novels, which were officially canonized in the Alien universe. So I guess, and the books aren't bad. They really aren't.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Huh?
Jamie Lee Curtis, when asked if she would, Jamie Lee Curtis, when asked if she would return as Laurie Strode in the Halloween franchise again, never say never.
Of course, she's going to return if they offer a bucket load of money.
Well, and you know how it goes. It's like with Jason, the Friday the 13th movies, just when you think they were done, they would release another one and then another one. So I wouldn't be surprised if they released another Halloween.
Yeah.
So
they should decanonize the last one because it was an insult.
It was.
I would think she would. Wouldn't she be really busy working on the Borderlands sequel?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, here you go. Busy filming Borderlands too.
Yeah. Cheers, John.
Unforgivable, that last Halloween film, as a Halloween fan.
I did used to fancy her though when she was in a prime.
Way back when.
Way back in the day.
Trading Places.
Trading Places, yeah. She looked great in Trading Places. And
True Lies.
And that crappy film with John Travolta with the leotard and all. Remember I can't remember which film that was.
Staying Alive?
No, she wasn't in Staying Alive. What was that film where she was a dancer? Oh, I can't even remember it now. But anyway, she looked great when she was in her prime.
Yeah, she got knockers.
This may be a good segue into the next one.
Okay. Anyway, Unforgivable. As a fan of Halloween, Unforgivable, the last movie.
Oh no! Next
new poster for Star Wars.
Next.
Good luck, everyone.
Who gives a fuck?
Good luck,
everybody.
Who gives a fuck?
No, I saw the trailer. I was like, no, this is not Star Wars.
We're going to cover this. So, are you on for it?
Nope.
You are, Ian. First episode.
Nope. No. This is rubbish. This is not Star Wars.
This is what we specialize in, though. Rubbish.
It's Space Goonies, but it might be good. It's just Space Goonies.
Yeah.
I think I gave up when I saw that elephant creature doing stuff. I was like, no.
No,
please.
that's perfect. Yeah, we should watch it just because of that.
Oh, God.
Ian, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Don't let Brown take you hostage. It's fine.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I might go. I might watch the first episode.
Yes.
That's all. I will not go beyond that.
Yes. Are we getting room back to cover this?
Yeah,
you can watch Penguin while this is on.
Yeah.
I did watch the first. I watched the first episode of Penguin.
Oh, okay.
I did, and I didn't think much of it. So yeah.
We're going to cover this, folks. Weekly Ruin. Yeah.
Is who's the lead in it? Is it that young boy then? The young boy's the lead, isn't he? Yeah. Gone are the days when there could be a nice little white boy being a lead of a TV show or film. There you go.
How dare you say something so
truthful?
Racist.
Yes.
True.
You know, the weird thing is their obsession of never having anybody white. Like except for if it's Obi-Wan, and then they have to surround him by much more stunning and brave women who make him look stupid.
So,
yeah, it ends up giving some interesting, families. You'll have the Asian son and the black daughter and the Indian mother, kind of.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's very.
Do they have India on Tatooine, wherever it is?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Anyway, okay. We will be covering, folks, weekly Roasting It Ruin. So I'm assuming some big names will be on as well. Platoon,
And
probably.
that's right, man babies.
Yeah, some proper man babies. So we will be covering it. So
I almost did my Indian cab driver voice from Mos Eisley, but probably
let's
better
move
I
on.
didn't.
I was gonna say, if you were not of that descent, it may be considered not okay.
yeah.
Robert Zemeckis says there is a very good script for Roger Rabbit 2, but the film will likely never happen. The current Disney would never make Roger Rabbit today. They can't make a movie with Jessica in it.
No, like, did you guys notice who is it that was saying they kind of try to put a trench coat on her?
Oh,
or
they
whatever?
did.
Disney,
Disney.
yeah.
What?
So it's
at Walt
really
Disney World, they
stupid.
changed her. Go on.
Yeah.
Sonia.
Yeah. Speaking of knockers, this is the segue.
I don't understand why.
Very good.
What are they so scared of?
But-
Offending the ugly people.
Is
more
Disney
times.
is Disney so queer that they don't allow white people, white males, or beautiful women? What is it with
Busty
Disney?
women,
Why?
That's precisely the problem with them these days.
Well, but let me ask you guys, to be honest, does Roger Rabbit really need a sequel anyways? I think it ended just fine. I don't need to see anything that happened next.
What about Roger and Rabbit?
No,
No.
I
They've already
don't
made that.
necessarily.
Okay.
I don't disagree with you. I think it probably doesn't need a sequel, but the fact that they're so fixed on not even having you see her in the parks anymore, and they want to cover her up.
Yeah,
it's
now
really
that's
annoying.
stupid. Yeah, I agree on that.
I'd like
but-
to see another Robert.
You just
Roger
want
Rabbit.
more Jessica Rabbit.
No. I'd like to
There's some
see.
jugs.
I'd like to see another Roger Rabbit movie. I mean, it doesn't have to include the Bob Hoskins character.
But
you
where
did.
could
It's
you
Roger
go with
Rabbit.
it?
I don't
Even-
know.
Even
I
though
don't
Bob Hoskins is dead, that's not what the my point is. I don't think there's anywhere else to go with this story is the issue with Roger Rabbit. I don't know.
Well-
That's just me, but
Well, put it this way, right? Bugs Bunny had many adventures, didn't he?
well, true.
So Roger, it's just another Roger Rabbit adventure. That would be good.
Well, there is one issue. The only reason they were able to get the Looney Tunes licensing was because of Spielberg at the time and I'm not sure Warner Brothers would play ball if they wanted to make another.
Yeah, but they don't have to now. They did that already, and so he could be in his his world. Do you know what I mean? So it could work. Again, right?
Yeah.
As long as the script is good and as long as the people are up for it, I think it has an audience, which is us.
If they did real life, who should play Jessica?
No, she's
Sydney
a cartoon.
Sweeney.
Oh well, yeah, obviously. But she's a cartoon, isn't she? So she remains a cartoon. But who would you cast as the real people in the second one, though? That's the question. So
The voice actors. Blech.
But Mr. Brown, you brought up something interesting. Like you said, if the script is good, but with the current intersectional rules of Hollywood writing, is it even possible to have a good script now?
No, there is this. The script is written. It was written a long time ago, and it's a good script according to Robert Zemeckis. Because I saw the interview, but he says he won't do it because of
Right. But by the time it went through the sensitivity readers,
Yeah, exactly.
would it still be
Get
good?
fucked.
No, that's why they won't make it. That's why he won't allow it. I think.
I think your question's actually quite redundant. To be honest, we all know the answer.
Let's
to
move
it.
on. And you
Game
see
of
this?
Thrones.
The world of #GOT could finally end up on the big screen. Warner Brothers has been quietly developing at least one film.
Is anybody going to actually watch it though? I mean, I
No.
do know that there are people
No.
that are interested in House of Dragon. Shut up, Brown.
That's
But like,
Thrones movie.
this isn't going to be a sequel
Warner
or
Brothers.
a
No,
prequel.
it's
It's
gonna
going to be a
be-
sequel. So who gives a shit?
Who's going to write it? Will it
Yeah.
What if
take
they're
the
trying to
place of season
bookend
8?
season 8 or whatever it was?
Yeah, if it replaced season 8, maybe people would go see it.
And also, the gone is the time when it was in its height and people really wanted to see the series and stuff. It's
Well-
all gone now. It's all gone.
Well,
you know
if
what
I-
we want though? What we want is for George George R. R. Martin to finish the
off
freaking
his
series of
fat ass.
novels. Do it
Never
before you
gonna
die,
happen.
dude. I know.
He's too
He's a
busy
real
playing
piece
with
of
his
shit.
choo-choo trains.
Quite
Yeah.
rightly so.
Or writing like series or some other bullshit. Fat fuck. Sorry. Rant
Oh
over.
no, Rennie!
I know. I just like Lizzo
Somebody give
shamed
her a
him. I'm
bar
so
of
sorry.
soap for a mouth.
Carbolic.
He's never going to finish those. He can't. He
know.
literally cannot.
Oh, I know
He
he
doesn't
won't, but
know
it's
how to
just
write
stupid
anymore.
in my opinion.
Too
You know, he
busy
made all
playing
these
trains.
promises, promised to lock himself up if it wasn't done, or if he didn't at least start it by July 2020. Here we are, over 4 years later.
Rennie,
Nothing.
we know about promises, don't we? I mean,
Yeah, but
didn't Ian promise to finish Star Trek 6?
Oh, don't
And-
don't throw it at me.
and
Don't fucking throw it at me, pal.
he also promised to finish the
throw it at
Godfather
me.
series, and we still have yet to do Godfather 3 or Coda,
Exactly,
Mr.
exactly.
Brown.
Yeah.
We Star Trek
Slides-
fans know about
the-
promises
The,
as well.
the slides for Coda would take me a year.
No, they wouldn't. It's shorter than the first two movies.
Star Trek 6 has been ready to go for forever. We'll just-
Then go with it.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
actually
I'll
thinking maybe
join
we
you
should try
for
and
it.
tackle it at some point this
Get
week.
the
Maybe
lead
just,
out.
like,
I'd
do,
even
like,
show up for that one if I could.
just like maybe like do a cheeky stream to get it
I
moving.
think
up
Ian wants to
again.
let it die.
I wasn't digging on Mr. Brown. I was saying that Star Trek
that's
Discovery,
Rennie's job.
every year they promised the next season would be more like
Better.
Star Trek, and it
Yeah.
never was.
Anyway,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So
And
nobody cares about this unless if they specifically say we messed up season. What was it?
They're
8.
not going to say that. They're not going
Dan
to
and
We
Dave aren't
messed
going to
up-
do that.
We messed season 8 up. So as a token gesture to the fans, movie.
I'm not really sure Amelia Clark can act, actually.
She was
She's
amazing
alright.
in
She's alright.
Terminator Salvation. Not Salvation,
I-
Genesis. And it was
No,
I was
amazing.
going to say she wasn't in Salvation.
She's all right. Yeah, she's all right.
Salvation.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Stupid.
Ching!
Deadpool and Wolverine proved to be a big
Woo!
success for IMAX, lifting quarterly earnings at the company. The film delivered 83 million grosses in IMAX global network of screens, the 5th best result for a Marvel film.
They've got nothing to talk about. Whoever reported this variety, have they? Absolutely.
Wait till you see the next one.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, LFG.
Okay, who's typing?
Not me.
Not me.
Typing. Okay.
Last time
Is
I
that-
want to say it was Z, but I didn't.
Is
wanna
that in
throw you into the
China?
fire.
Is that next to timing? Yeah.
Timing.
Okay. Should we just move on then?
Yes,
it made
please.
money. Good for them.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
We got shit to talk about, son.
There's a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta
Oh,
get back to the Green Bay game.
Oh no.
Who saw
Steve.
was it the trailer for this official?
Yeah, this isn't one of the things
Ironheart
to talk
will
about.
premiere June 24th.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Don't care.
They've been delaying releasing this for a very long time. I think that it's been ready for a while, and they know that this is going to be a joke.
2.5 years it's been ready.
They just want to delay this joke as much as possible because they know what's going to happen when they release it.
But didn't she steal his tech?
Yes. Well,
So-
in the comics.
Yeah, it's
So-
going to make Agatha look like a big success.
Why don't they just not put it out and write it off?
Well, why are they making heroes out of thieves?
Oh, I have an answer to that, Mr. Brown.
Oh, go.
They are not going to cancel a TV show whose headliner is a gay black woman.
Oh, she gay.
She works at Disney, obviously.
Jesus.
Look, what is this? What
They
is
would
it?
take so much shit for canceling
Forever
Why
that.
is there so
and
much
on.
queer stuff in our TV shows and films? I don't understand. Why? I don't understand. Someone explain it to me, please.
Well, I think you have to say you're gay even if you're not now, if you want
Okay.
to work.
Anybody in the chat, do you feel represented by anything? We'll just wait.
Look, do you know
No.
what? Right? Seriously, it's okay to have gay people in TV shows and stuff like that, but they're portraying it all wrong. They're doing it all wrong. There is a way to do diversity properly. But these people, they just want this whole thing to dominate everything
Yeah, it's
that's
because they're
coming out of
ramming
Hollywood,
it down
which
our
is
throats.
stupid, which is so stupid. Because all they're doing is pushing away the core
Customers,
audience.
the
That's
paying
all they're doing.
customers.
I just
When
don't
I was
understand how they don't understand that.
When I was drinking really heavily, I stole my neighbor's stereo and sold it. So I think I feel represented by somebody stealing tech.
Yeah. Not good.
Okay.
Not good.
Yeah, whatever. Let's move on. Oh, anybody see this? Reed Richards and Ben Grimm's on-set chairs for the fantastic Boar First Steps via Pedro Pascal.
Oh, if I hear that name one more time.
I know, right?
Somebody got excited because they clearly finished on the upper right corner of that image.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on behind there. Yeah. Anybody care?
No.
Not especially.
Okay.
I
Boring.
did like the bear, though.
Ugh, let's move
Don't
on.
even know.
Okay. Josh Brolin, when asked if he would return as Thanos in Avengers Secret Wars, I would do anything that the Russos wanted me to do.
Of course, it's
Giggity.
money.
Yeah, after
money.
reading his poetry, that sentence is a little creepier than it had to be.
Because it's money. That's why he's going to do it. No other reason to.
Oh, maybe they want him to stop writing poetry. That would be great.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they went through his agent before that, they're going to go through his agent. So his agent's going to negotiate the money and blah, blah, blah. It's money. Don't tell me this bollocks about I'll do anything for the Russo brothers. Absolute nonsense. You want the money. You're getting older.
To be fair, he'll do anything for them because he knows that if they call him, it's probably going to be for this. And in the previous times that he did it, he made a ton of money. So why wouldn't he be enthusiastic?
Exactly my point.
Thanos was right, by the way. I just thought I'd throw that in.
Thanos was right. No, he wasn't. He was wrong. What do you mean?
He was
What
right,
do you mean?
wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. He could have wished something nice for the universe, but he didn't.
Oh, okay.
What an idiot.
Okay, Brown was wrong, everybody.
That's right. As usual, Brown was wrong. Hashtag Brown was wrong.
He was half right.
How is he half right?
Because he snapped away half of the
I'm
population.
confused.
LOL.
But he didn't need to do
No, he
that.
was left,
though.
apparently.
He could have wished everybody happy. He didn't need to get rid of half of the people in the universe. That's just evil. Sorry.
Okay, on that.
Yeah, he could have just doubled the amount of resources in
That's
real
right.
estate.
That's right. He had the power to do that.
But he was in love with Lady Death, so he wanted to give her a gift by.
Grey.
Yeah, but Marvel Cinematic Universe did not make that a point,
Yeah,
sadly.
Thanos
So-
wasn't wrong.
Thanos wasn't wrong.
I guess we'll know Tuesday or Wednesday or.
I wouldn't be
Later.
surprised if they brought out Thanos as a misunderstood villain, like they've done
Swap
with
shop.
everyone.
You stop that
Wrench.
shit, Ian. No, just kidding.
Thanos had the gauntlets and didn't fist anyone. Wasted opportunity.
Oh, swap shop, please.
I know. Swappers.
Ouch.
Just pack it in, will you? Okay, let's move on.
That would hurt anyway.
Just the imagery.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, actually ended up making a profit of around $88,000.
No, it didn't.
Okay, let's move on then. From 2015, right, okay, I'm going to try and read this. From 2015 to 2019, 25 out of 30 superhero titles, 83%, took in over 500 million worldwide. Post-pandemic, that dynamic has been flipped on its head. Since 2022, stick with me, 10 out of 17 superhero titles, 59%, have made less than 500 million globally. Some considerably so. Okay.
And even the ones that made more still lost money because the budgets were insane.
Insane. Move along.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I had all my
sh-
figures ready for Quantumania and you just flew right past it.
Because it's shit.
There you go.
No,
Nuts said.
I did some
Okay.
research, but yeah, it lost
Moving
about
back.
it lost about $220 million for Disney.
So why is Discussing Film reporting that it was a success?
Because Caroline Reed wrote an article essentially highlighting Hollywood accounting. It didn't cover the marketing budgets, and it was basically about the film entities, the corporate entities they create to make a film over in the
They
UK.
do a bunch of tax write-offs on a lot of accounting games, and somehow at the end, maybe it offsets a lot of their losses. But it's still, like you said, if you take into consideration the marketing, I still think it's a loss.
So,
And this counts the money that Disney paid itself to show it on Disney Plus.
okay, so
Mhm.
why aren't they reporting it properly then?
You have
They
to
don't
read
want
the
to admit
article.
to their investors that they're losing money, so they always like to do these games, and it's a good look for everybody.
So what you're saying is the investors are that stupid that they won't
Yes.
investigate
Yes.
They don't
themselves?
care. The thing is, they don't care. They just invest the money, believe all the bullshit the company's saying.
No. If you invest your money, you investigate what you invest in.
But a lot
They
of
can't be
people
that
don't,
stupid.
Unfortunately,
Otherwise, they wouldn't
Yeah.
be making any money.
I
lot
think
of
they
people
just
don't,
don't
Ian.
care, Ian. I just think they don't care.
Something wrong
Well,
somewhere.
Here you go.
You can tell
Boosh.
somebody told Carolyn Reed to write an article showing that it made
Yeah.
money, and she went a little tongue in cheek with it. It's like, yeah, I'll write you an article.
Here you go, folks. Hello, Boosh. Not just that, the studios also own their own insurance companies.
Right.
Okay.
Good thing they didn't kill a horse.
Never Ending
squirrel.
Story did that. No.
Let's move on. So, are we finished with that? Yes. So, it didn't make any money.
Yeah.
Just spin, everybody. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So, Sydney Sweeney reportedly signed on to hashtag Madam Web in an effort for anyone but you to get the green light. Sweeney earned $750,000 for her work on the Spider-Man spin-off.
That's pretty smart.
Worth
know what's-
every penny.
You know what's sad though? That Sony could have made some money on this movie, even released the same crappy movie. All you needed to do is put Sydney Sweeney looking really, really nice on the poster, and I think that just by accident, a few men may have just shown up and paid movie for a ticket, and instead they didn't even know what to do with her. And this other movie that she leveraged to get greenlit, it wasn't even such a good movie, but it made like a few $100 million, mainly because she's in it, and she was like in a bathing suit and had Glenn Powell in it. And
that's on Netflix, isn't it?
She's naked in the movie, isn't she? Yeah, she's naked.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
think I
not
need to watch this movie.
It's not even. It's such a kind of silly throwaway rom-com. There's nothing interesting about it, but somehow between the two leads, it was interesting enough that a few people went to see it and actually made some money, and it wasn't super expensive to produce. It just shows you how stupid that whole Madam Web thing is.
Here you go. This is one for the Brits. Swap Shop. She needs to play Barbara Windsor in a new Carry On movie. Maybe they could do Police Academy again.
Do you know what? When I went to see, and I regret obviously seeing it, the last Captain Marvel film, the cinema wasn't even half full. It was like I would say quarter full, and all of them were men. They were like men over the
I
age
went
of
to see
50
it.
watching it. But seriously, there was only, I think it was only two
Bree,
women.
I'm
in there.
available. Bree, I'm available.
So
Listen,
it's just men, isn't it? Men like this stuff, like seeing good-looking women on screen.
It's kind of sad if you read her interviews. She was really excited to play a superhero. She got into shape. She worked out. She
That's
did the
me.
whole thing,
Right in the tits.
and they did that. Yeah, they just taped her boobs closed and shirt on her.
Mm,
Do you think, what's his name? Is it Glenn Powell?
yes.
Yep.
Has he boffed her in real life, do you think?
I don't know.
No, he's engaged. He's engaged to a fairly good-looking woman.
Oh,
You know, like a cheeky one.
Cheeky.
All right, let's move on.
Was that a joke?
I might need a U.S. translation for that.
No, I don't know.
A quickie.
oh, what me?
So this is the list of what's coming, folks.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe it.
I'll pass. I will pass on
Daredevil Born
those.
Again, March 4. That's next year. Yes, no.
Yeah.
I don't.
Next year.
People are saying it looks good, but I'll wait.
What is it? Spider-Man something or other, January 25.
Oh, that looks like garbage.
Iron Fart. That's the big one, isn't it?
No, thank you.
I might get some tips on how to steal a stereo.
Wow.
Wonder Man.
Is Wonder Man black in the comics?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to give that one a miss then.
Robert Meyer Burnett said he knew somebody who's seen Wonder Man and says it's good and he respects his opinion.
No,
so,
I
okay.
don't trust him. I don't trust him. He was defending KK at one point. No,
Okay, fair enough. What if?
Yeah, what if Marvel made good stuff?
What ifs?
Marvel Zombies, what?
No, not interested.
Not
interested in
interested
anything.
Eyes of...
That's like the biggest pass. Who cares? Eyes of Wakanda. I don't even know what that is.
Who cares?
Are we seeing a pattern here? Maybe lack of originality.
Wow.
Yes.
Lack of white
Creativity.
people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last few years, for sure.
Quentin Tarantino loved Joker 2 and says that Todd Phillips is the Joker. He's saying fuck you to the movie audience. He's saying fuck you to Hollywood. He's saying fuck you to anyone who owns any stock of DC and Warner Brothers. Todd Phillips is the Joker.
Todd Phillips is the one that directed it, right?
Yes.
Well, saying
So
fuck
what's he
you to the
talking
audience
about?
as well, isn't he?
And
Profits.
he's saying this is a good career strategy.
I think that Quentin Tarantino is just a quirky guy, and I think from his perspective, seeing a guy give middle fingers to everybody as a director, it kind of made him laugh. But everything you read from what he says, it doesn't seem like Tarantino actually thinks it's a good movie.
Yeah.
He just thinks to himself, well, the ball's on this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Tarantino's joking here.
Yeah, I think that there's some humor here. And I think that Todd Phillips must have thought he was being clever. I don't think that he was really thinking he'd do a middle finger. I think that he thought he was playing 4D chess, and it turned out that he was just an idiot.
I said I think Tarantino's making a joke here, but who knows?
That's
I think
fair.
so too.
It wouldn't
Who
be the
knows who
first
cares?
director who thought he was smarter than his audience.
Did I can't remember if I said a couple of weeks ago about why Todd Phillips sabotaged his film.
Yeah, we were saying that it was because he was a big fu to the studio, took the money and ran.
Well,
He didn't want to make it. I knew that.
maybe he didn't want. You know how you don't like Ian. You know how you have said you don't want us to root for the like the Penguin.
Yeah.
Maybe Todd Phillips had the same attitude with the Joker, wanting people not to root for. Well, he's a baddie. I don't want people to root for baddies.
Who knows? Who cares?
We weren't really rooting for him. We just liked the character.
Yeah, I mean, I did feel sorry for him in the first one. But me feeling sorry for him when he started killing people kind of diminished. So he's a murderer and he's a horrible person. Isn't
Drank
he?
too much vegan milk, probably.
Yeah.
Z, are you available? Very busy for you this evening.
I know, isn't it great? Flav wrenched with a
World of
squiggly
Sport.
yes, the new Superman logo, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
For £10 says, I read an article suggesting Ryan Reynolds was interested in buying the IP with support. He could make it pay, in my honest opinion.
Buying what IP?
What, the Joker IP?
The Joker IP?
Flav, elaborate in the chat.
This isn't the Joker, though, is it?
No, I don't think he can buy the Joker, though.
No.
This is the Joker.
They're not going to sell the Joker.
Marvel?
Oh, what, buying Marvel, the IP of Marvel?
No Marvel.
No Marvel, okay. I don't know what he was talking about then. What are you talking about?
Marvel. Yes, Marvel. No Marvel. It's behind
So
you.
confused.
All of it. Buy
Yeah,
all of
just keep his wife away from the IP.
Maybe he could buy Deadpool. He'd be very happy then, wouldn't he? All right, okay, let's move on. Sidestep.
Sad face.
Joaquin Phoenix says he met Christopher Nolan about playing the Joker in The Dark Knight. I wasn't ready then. I don't know whether Nolan was coming to me saying, "You're definitely the person." My feeling was I shouldn't do this.
He's a very complex man, isn't he? A Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin, yeah.
Yeah, very complex.
Honestly, Heath Ledger was better for Nolan's movies anyway, so I'm glad it wasn't Joaquin Phoenix. Just me personally. So, 0 fucks. He didn't wind up doing it, so better off without it.
Well, hello, beautiful. What? Remember that scene? What?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, never mind.
Yeah, whatever. Let's move on.
Superman. Oh no, Supergirl.
Sasha Calais originally signed a multi-film deal to play Supergirl and is heartbroken she won't return. It was very heartbreaking for me, and it was very confusing. Ultimately, I know that I did my best. It's been said that a Latina girl like me couldn't be Supergirl, but it was, and no one can take that away from me.
Well,
Here it is again.
They did actually take it away from her, if to be precise. I mean, it's not true that nobody could take it away from her. She was there for 5 minutes, and then she was out. But I agree with whoever you were saying that there it goes again, this kind of nonsense. Sometimes when you're a loser in a certain situation, you kind of have to bow out gracefully.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that this also has to do with a lot of studio politics, a lot of some guy buying a major part, merging with them and basically become the CEO, pushing out the other people that hired her. So a lot of stuff happened here where it happens sometimes in a business. And in this case, I don't think that she was the worst part about that Flash movie, although I don't know why they gave her the haircut of a little boy. I do know, but I wish they hadn't. But regardless, what I'm trying to say is she could have been taking the high road and just say, you know what, I'm so grateful for the opportunity I was given. I'm looking forward to other roles that I'm going to do in the future. This just looks like a miserable, woe is me crap. And now you guys can say whatever you want.
Or, nobody's hiring her, so it's like, oh, let me get some attention because I'm not getting any jobs and I'm being bitter as hell.
Could be that too. Maybe she should grow her hair and look like a woman. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think
she's gay, isn't she?
Yeah, she does modeling stuff.
She's gay.
But I didn't even know she was gay until this very minute. Actually,
yeah,
that's right.
But Price, where would she ever have learned to take the high road? She's like a young girl, entitled, privileged, just like Rachel Zegler.
She probably called Rachel Zegler. They told she, Rachel, what do I do? And she's like, I know exactly what you need to do.
But these young'uns, they never learned how to take the high road. They're not socialized.
The thing is,
they don't have any people skills.
I'm hoping her agent made sure in the clause that if it didn't go ahead, she would get money to compensate for that. So I'm hoping that's what happened, and she still gets money.
When I look back a year from now on this, the only thing I'm going to remember is, oh, Leslie Headland, queer. Like, I'm not going to remember anything else but that she had to make a big deal about her sexuality.
I actually thought she made a decent Supergirl.
So did I. She was good.
Yeah, even with
she didn't look the part at all. Isn't Supergirl blonde and really pretty?
But Rennie, this isn't
curvy.
No. In the comics, there were two versions of Supergirl, wasn't there? As far as I know, I'm not a comic expert, but there is the traditional Supergirl, and then there's this one, which I don't know where it comes from, but I have seen comics with this version in there.
Okay,
but she didn't have short hair; she had long hair, long dark hair.
There's about 20 versions, but yes, the Supergirl with dark hair did have long hair. But like Price says, we know why they gave her, quote, the haircut. Unquote.
She still looked good with the short haircut, in my opinion.
Listen, I thought she was one of the best things about that dumpster fire of a movie, but...
You didn't like the babies then in the beginning?
And on that bombshell, let's move on.
Mhm.
Okay. More Green Lantern stuff. Kelly MacDonald has been cast as Sheriff Kerry in the Lanterns
She's a good
series.
actress.
She is a good actress.
She
Yeah.
will be a love interest for Hal Jordan.
It just goes to show, don't it, that there's no work in Hollywood now. And this actress who's stellar, she really is a good. I've
She's
seen
a
her
good
in some
actress.
great stuff.
Yeah.
She is a good
She's
actress.
resorted into starring into this show with superheroes.
It's payday.
Sheriff
Yeah,
Kerry.
yes.
Why couldn't they just not go for Carol Ferris, the classic Green Lantern love interest? I don't understand why they're going for this more obscure female.
Well,
That's like
I
taking-
think Hal's going to have to use his ring to make a pair of beer goggles.
but I think what's happened is they're going to get her to cut her hair like a little boy. They're going to dress her in clothes that doesn't femininity, and
She's halfway there.
Bob's your uncle. Yeah.
There you go. Google director. Hello, my friend. She kind of looks like AOC. Jesus.
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
Without
She
the
looks better
raving
than AOC,
lunatic.
but if you did a
crazy behind
biopic,
her.
you could probably play her.
She has to work on that crazy behind the eyes thing.
Right, that's true. She
There you
doesn't
go.
have it.
Dommy, World Sports. More hype equals more disappointments.
Mhm.
Common people. AOC won.
Oh, ouch.
Gross.
Mad.
You don't stick it in crazy, man.
You don't. Oh, he does though. He likes playing the game dangerously.
You
Okay.
never get it all back out.
I'd like this series to be good.
I don't care.
I say that every week. Okay, that's a stream killer. Let's move on then.
Mhm.
There's only one YouTube.
YouTube. In fact, Z, are you available to read this, please?
Oh no!
I am.
Everybody's headphones off.
Yeah.
YouTube generated a call. Point 92 billion in advertising revenue.
Headphones back on.
Quarter of 2024. YouTube's
Wow,
ad
that took a
revenue,
long time.
reportedly as part of parent Alphabet's Q3 earnings, was up 12.2% year over year, which ironically coincides with the amount they're paying less to creators.
Yeah, their strategy, they demonetize you, but they still run ads and they make money off your videos
They
when
sure
you
do.
don't.
Hold on. So what I don't understand is if they've made so much billions, right? Why are they adhering to this horrible woke thing in their when they actually have to judge videos? I don't understand. If they're making a profit of that much, why are they complying to all this nonsense in the world?
It's the people that they've hired. It's the people in those intermediate positions that are really in charge of running the day-to-day operations.
They also have to protect themselves to be a monopoly of sorts. Maybe they want to be good with all those kind of I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but notice how it's not easy for there to be a competitor. There are competitors that try, and they go through a lot of hoops. Somehow YouTube always everybody seems to open the door for them.
Well, you know what'll happen, don't you? If even if say Rumble got big, YouTube would just buy them. So take the competitors.
Yeah,
out.
but it's up to Rumble whether they want to accept YouTube as their masters. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, for enough money, just about anybody will sell out nowadays. So
Well, Elon wants X to be the everything platform, so I'm sure he's got
Yeah.
a plan for a video service.
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
can get the video functionality running in Twitter, like video searches and indexing, it could be a viable platform.
I would give
Absolutely.
my hind teeth to do this on Twitter weekly.
but you
With
know,
the blessing of Elon Musk paying us to do it. That'd be the dream.
if you say anything wrong on X, what Elon Musk will do is get his robot to come around your house and beat you up. So there you go.
Yeah.
No, he'll just set fire to a Tesla in front of your house.
Absolutely.
I will say this, folks. I've said it before many times. The generosity of you guys in the chats, pretty much keeping this channel going, folks, because YouTube doesn't pay nothing for my channel.
Nothing.
It's so small.
Wah, wah, wah,
Wah.
wah.
So, guys, you're the best. Okay. Wah, 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 wah. Good night, Amelia. Okay. As I said, the channel growth has been negative numbers.
Go on, Rennie.
What do you want? Wah, wah, wah. I mean, would you like some advice? No, just kidding.
Typo.
Who's available to read this? I know it's gold coloured, but Istophobos, are you available, please?
Yeah, there's a typo because my microphone's blocking the keyboard. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for having me on.
No, you've done all that wrong. You got it. It's we've got a super chat from Istophobos, Wrenched, World of Sport.
Okay, we have a super chat from Istophobos, the wanker, Wrenched. Thank you, Mr. B.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you, my friend.
Move along.
Move along.
Keep
Okay.
moving along. We got a lot to get through still.
YouTube are making lots of money, folks. Even channels that are not monetized, not mentioning any names, Atom, Streamkiller. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
Sony has shut down Firewalk Studios, the developers of Concord. After much thought, we have determined the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game and close the studio.
They're still capable of making a good decision.
How much did they spend? How many hundreds of millions was it?
Why did they shut it down?
Was it like 400?
Yeah, it was
300 million.
400 million, yeah.
Why did they shut it down?
Because nobody bought the game and it was garbage.
It's one.
like
It's
Alright.
probably
5
considered
people.
the biggest catastrophe in terms of gaming, I think, ever.
400.
Is the game woke by any chance?
It is.
Incredibly.
Oh well, that explains it then.
Well, plus they were charging $40 and they're competing against Fortnite, which is free. So
Yeah, even Leslie. Oh, sorry.
No, so I'm just saying good luck if you're going to charge $40 for something else somebody can get better for free. It was a crazy gamble. It just wasn't there.
Yeah, I heard even Leslie Headland looked at the game and said, damn, that's woke.
Is on fire this evening. Wrenched. Go woke. Went broke. Etc.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Move along.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Right. I'm going to try Psych Electroacoustic Opera Company. I remember when YouTube only placed ads on videos by monetized creators. Monetized threshold was lower. I missed the win-win setup. There you go, folks. Let's move on.
Thank you.
The budget for Mission Impossible 8 is near 400 million. Paramount is interested in marketing the film as the final entry in the franchise to boost audience interest, but Tom Cruise is against a public goodbye to the character.
Oh, is he not? Is this the last one? No, surely
For
not.
him, yes.
Oh,
Well,
really?
He's like
seventh
60
Mission
something,
Impossible
right?
Dead Reckoning. It didn't do very well.
I don't
at
think
all.
he wanted it to be the last one. I think his problem is that the previous movie, because of all the coup and stuff that went on, the budget really ballooned, and it didn't end up making the money that the studio expected. Part of it is also that the studio released it like a week before Barbenheimer, and they took up all these kind of IMAX
Yeah.
screens. A lot of poor decisions were made. I mean, you could argue that some people are sick of the movies, but I actually think that it could have made more money had they done things differently.
Agreed.
But they're really pressuring him. I don't even know that he wanted this to be the last movie. I think that they're saying, this is your last movie. Say that it's your last movie. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
There was a reader. Go on.
Oh, well, I heard, he's talking to Elon Musk about actually filming in space. Is this that movie, and that's why the budget is so high?
I think it is because there's a satellite sequence in the movie. So I don't know.
Okay,
I think
there was a reader's notes on this today. Apparently, it's not true that it's 400 million. Apparently,
Be careful with them community notes.
Yeah, I do like him though. I think he's a bona fide Hollywood star, and he's obviously really entrenched in what he's doing, and he's very passionate about what he does. I mean, God bless him and all that. He's given us some great entertainment throughout the years, So I wish him luck on the new one. That's all I can say.
I just wish the last movie was a little better.
Yeah, so do I.
we've got super chats. Tom, 2 poons, real money at the moment. Nothing in the world can keep you down.
That's from a song, isn't it? I don't know.
Probably. Thank you, Tom. Okay, shall we move on? Nothing more to add on this?
Nope.
It's a shame the last one was a bit...
I'm going to see the other one.
Deserve it, did it? The last one.
Yeah, I'm going to see the next one.
I mean, Haley Atwell was really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a shame the Coof did for the last one, because I think genuinely everybody was looking forward to it.
I honestly don't think it can play COVID, because Maverick came out before that, and that did great numbers.
No, I mean, because they were shooting during COVID, so they had to change a lot of stuff.
It also doubled their budget. A lot of problems happened there, and like I said, the release wasn't great.
Yeah,
they had to change. They had to change the story halfway through because they had something set in one country, and then the coup happened, and then they had to cancel everything else and had to fly somewhere else, then fly somewhere else. So it ballooned because of that's just the tip of the iceberg. What happened in that film, but again, I'm going to see the next one and see how good it is.
Okay,
I'm going to see
$5.90. There you go.
Sorry, you're going to see what?
Cut you off.
Oh. I want to see the next one just to see if Ilsa isn't dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on then.
Oh, no. I'm not watching this.
David Fincher's Squid Game series will be set in America.
Not interested. Sorry.
Already seen it.
Yeah, exactly. Seen the original. What's the point of remaking
Season 2 on the way.
No point.
What's Jedi Saul doing in Squid Game?
I have no idea.
I thought he got killed.
Yeah.
Here you go. Eraserhead wrenched. Price of Reason. Your channel, I do believe.
Your channel, my friend.
Give him a sob. Okay.
Yes, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Okay. So we're not bothered.
No.
Nope.
It's David Fincher.
Yeah, who cares?
I'm not even sure I know what this is.
You don't know who David Fincher is?
It's a remake. He's doing a remake of the
He's doing something in the universe. I don't know if it's a remake.
I think it's a remake.
Set in the
he did Girl with a Dragon Tattoo once, and that really proved why you don't need to do these remakes. I like David Fincher; he's talented, but we don't need this crap. If it's just a American version of it, just leave it alone.
What was that film he did?
Actually,
I
thought
mentioned?
his version was pretty good of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but I read the books. I really like the books.
I prefer the original. The original.
Yeah,
film.
but this one was closer to the books because it was a lot more detailed. I don't know, but that's just me. So.
Yeah, see, I thought this. I think it is a Squid Game multiverse. It's set American side.
I thought it was another version of the game set somewhere else.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe it's just okay. This is America
the cast.
version. Yeah,
but who cares though? Do you know what I mean? It's like, well,
Somebody does.
You can't be more surprised than what the first one gave us, you know, because the first one gave us a really good story and really good characters, and it was shocking episode. What else they're gonna do? Just boost it up, more shocking things. You know, it's gonna be the same thing. So what's the point?
Okay.
Oh, what's this?
New poster for Dune. Was it June? Prophecy.
Dune.
Is this the film?
TV series.
I'm
on
not
that.
interested.
I think I am.
Good luck.
Might watch it. We'll see.
Good luck, everybody.
Technically, it's a prequel. It occurs 10,000 years before the events of Dune.
That's the
it
first
June?
time.
Or is it Dune?
It's the first time I've seen a white woman with an afro. What's going on there?
It's a hat. Oh,
I was going to say, isn't it a hat?
I thought it was an afro.
Wrong.
Benny
Bene
Hills.
Gesserit.
The Benny Hills, yes.
Yes.
Benny,
Lesbian space witches.
Benny
My favourite
Benassi.
genre.
Is it the follicle equivalent of blackface? Maybe.
Don't know.
Mark Strong's in it.
Is he? So what?
Yeah, I wouldn't count out anything with Mark Strong in it, to be honest.
He's a good
But I'm
actor.
going to wait and see.
Nah, good luck with it. I'm not.
I
really
don't know.
interested.
I don't know. It might be. I don't know. It might be good. I don't know.
Move along.
Sorry, I killed it.
I think we'll know by the first episode.
2 weeks, everybody. I kind of get the feeling this is going to be the replacement for Penguin.
I'm not interested.
We'll know if it's good before we know who's going to be president.
I don't care.
Ian doesn't care, everybody.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not.
Z, you available, mate? Please.
Come on, people. Wrenched for 20 British pounds. Something for the lonely, old, bald, vegan, soy milking, tutor touching YouTuber. Who could that possibly be?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Do you know, I was
head
thinking about-
scratcher.
I was
Real
thinking
head
about
scratcher.
inviting common people on this week, but now I'm not so sure. Thank you, common people. Thank you, my friend. We'll just leave that up for the rest of the stream.
I bet you that's not. I bet you that's not a hat. I bet it's an afro. No, knowing this Hollywood type.
Bye, Ian.
I think I'm going to watch it.
Good luck.
I'm going to
Okay.
watch it because I like the Dune movies.
Well, you watch
Yeah.
anything, Z. Let's face
I
it.
do,
Come on.
yeah.
Plus, Tulsa King will have finished by then anyway.
Yeah.
So
You need
Yeah.
You need something to
watch while I'm munching
eat
my
your
toast.
toast. Yeah.
Okay. Did we see this? Rest in peace, Greg Hildebrand, the wonderful American artiste, and his twin brother Tim have produced a wealth of magnificent illustrations for sci-fi and fantasy, including the classic variants of the Tom Jung Star Wars 1977 poster art.
That's the poster
He
I thought
was
was going to be a musical. He was a what?
85.
He was 85.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Good innings.
I've got the t-shirt Star
So have
Wars.
I. Yeah.
I've got
Yeah, I
that.
have it too.
That definitely speaks musical. When I saw that poster, I was like, that's a musical. It's definitely, I don't want to go and see a musical. My brother forced me to go and see it. And the rest is history.
I've
Sounds
been
like-
collecting their art books since I was a really young kid. I must have like 30 or 40 art of the brothers Hildebrandt books.
Very talented.
And on that,
Move along.
Yeah, thank you.
rest in peace, Greg.
Yeah. Thank you for your art.
Who's
but
making coffee?
Ain't me.
Ain't me.
It's not me either.
If you read science fiction or fantasy in the 70s and 80s, I mean, you'll see their stuff on so many books.
Yeah.
Oh,
Terry Garr.
Terry Garr has sadly passed away at the age of 79.
He was very young, though.
You know what's sad is when I saw that pop up on Facebook, I think it was, I was like, oh, I thought she was already gone. I felt really bad, but for some reason, I think it's one of those tropes where people did I don't know if you guys remember when they would do these fake social media posts about people dying and stuff or celebrities dying. I think that's what happened with her. And I was like, oh, that's really sad, but I really thought she was already gone. I felt terrible about that, but.
Did anybody know what she died of, or did she just
Her
die of
heart
old
stopped.
age? A heart
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
The last thing I saw in was Friends, where she played Phoebe's mum. I think it was.
Oh yeah, I
thought
loved
she
her.
had
as Phoebe's
MS
mom.
or something like that. She had some kind of disease. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, did she?
I thought she had MS. She was battling with somebody. Maybe at the end that's what made her die. But I think that she was battling something in recent years.
World of Swap Shop wrenched. So we did that, mate. Very good. Terry Garr was gorgeous. I saw Close Encounters when I was 4 and had a crush on her.
She was also in Oh God. She played the same kind of character in Oh God.
Well,
played
she was in
wife,
Close Encounters. What else she was?
Young Frankenstein.
Tootsie.
That's the one,
She was
isn't it?
in
Yeah, that's the
Tootsie.
one. Yeah.
Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom. Yeah.
Mr. Mom.
Tootsie, yeah.
I think she was my first crush. It was either her or Linda Carter as Wonder Woman.
MS from the 80s.
I do like her, but Linda Carter would always beat her, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Oh, pack it in.
Middle class supremacy. What's up with that?
That's naughty, is that?
She's a good actress. It's a shame she didn't really. I mean, she was so funny in Young Frankenstein. I thought she was absolutely hilarious. But
it's Frankenstein.
Oh, sorry, Frankenstein. Yeah.
What huge knockers!
Yeah.
Okay, so rest in peace.
Pardon me, sir. It says the title of the show.
No, I've never seen
Brilliant.
Young Frankenstein.
Absolutely brilliant.
Okay, let's move on.
Watch it, and you'll know why I had the crush.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot going on this week.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in the bin?
Is it Shooty?
No, not this week.
It's not Shooty this week. I know.
You got to do
Honestly,
it properly.
guys, you know what?
Is
It
it
was good.
Shooty?
Not this week.
not.
It's not. No. No, not Dr. Watts. It was going to be the Avengers thing.
Is it Greta?
Not this week.
No.
Because and then it was going to be the Harrison Ford, because I just thought it was cringe, if anything. But then this happened.
Yeah.
He's boomer.
Did we see this?
Yes.
Rip Peanut.
Oh,
This
Yeah,
is so
Peanut,
sad.
I got it.
really sad.
And don't forget, his brother Fred was also euthanized as well.
Yeah, everybody forgets about Fred the raccoon.
That's right.
What happened to him?
So apparently, so Peanut the squirrel was an illegal pet to have in New York, and
Rabies,
these people,
apparently.
yeah, well, but they had him, get all of his shots or whatever,
Yeah.
all of his vaccinations and stuff, and he was up to date, but it's illegal to own a squirrel. Well, they tried releasing him into the wild, and he couldn't make it on his own. So instead, they wound up trying to make, I think, an animal shelter for these, for these wounded animals. And Peanut and Fred wound up becoming very attached to the husband and wife, respectively.
Big social media stars as well.
Yeah, Peanut especially. And, it's just really sad. Now, this is being turned into a political thing. I don't know if I believe in all that, but I do think it's messed up that they got reported by
some
someone
sour
in
bitch
Texas,
in
who has
Texas, yeah.
no business doing that.
Got
And they
nothing
wound
to
up
do with it
taking
whatsoever.
the raccoon and the squirrel out of the house and euthanizing him. But according to the husband, he said that they actually were stuck waiting outside of the home for 5 hours. And when he had to go to the bathroom, he had to get a police escort. They ripped their house to shreds and took the squirrel and the raccoon and euthanized them. And I just think that's really mean. I don't give a shit what your belief system is on that front. It's like, well, it was just a squirrel, it was just a raccoon. It was their pets, it was part of their family. They had Peanut for 7 years.
And they
7
rescue
years.
animals. These are positive
Exactly.
people. They rescue animals. They do a
That's
lot of
right.
positive things. When it
That's
comes to the
right.
animal community, this is just authorities coming in like bullies.
Well, And just think of it this way:
no legal papers to enter the
talking-
premises. So just went straight in.
think of it this way: if it was your pet who is part of your family and an animal that got attached to you, and vice versa, how hard would your heart be broken? I mean, if somebody came into my home and killed my cat, you bet damn well I'd want revenge on that shit, and I would not take that sitting down. So, I mean,
Sounds like a
yes,
film.
they were doing something positive with this whole animal rescue thing, but you know, it still breaks their hearts to have a part of their family gone. It's so sad.
They did have a permit for Peanut, but it expired, but they filed for renewal. Guess
That's
who's
right.
in charge of the renewal?
Don't know.
The same people that came and killed the squirrel.
Oh.
But
It's
why would they kill it, though? I don't understand. Why couldn't they just take it somewhere or take it out of New York?
Because they
or
said
Just
it
fucking
supposedly
bastards,
bit
aren't they?
them, but it was scared.
It
If you're going to
bit
take
them?
this
Maybe
poor
they
li-
shouldn't have
that's
gone
what
there
they
to begin
said.
with. Maybe they
Yeah,
shouldn't
so-
have gone there. That's why it bit them, because they busted into a house
Well, and
were
not just
chasing
that,
it.
but the poor little thing's terrified. You're like so much bigger than it is. It doesn't know you. You know, it knows its family, but it doesn't know you. And you're going to sit there and manhandle it, probably very roughly. And it's just like, what is this thing or person doing to me?
There
It's
is a-
terrifying.
if you're an
There is-
animal control person and you allow yourself to get bit, you're not competent. I
Yeah.
suspect
Well-
it was a DEI hire. So
you
wokeness
can
killed
also
Peanut.
discover if an animal has rabies without killing it, as far as I know. I don't
No.
understand the part where they have to kill it.
No, you can't.
You
But
can't?
hold on. But why didn't they get the parents to actually bring them out? Why did they have to come and smash up the house to get them? I don't understand.
It was
I
like
don't know,
a full
they've-
SWAT team with guns.
Yeah,
and
why?
It's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
have a-
Idiots.
I have a quote from the congressman. Can I read this? It was a New
Yeah.
York congressman, Nick
Here you go.
Langworthy. He said the New York DEC, Department of Environmental Conservation, needs a serious reality check on their ridiculously mistaken priorities. Instead of focusing on critical needs like flood mitigation in places like Steuben County, where local officials have to struggle just to get permits from the DEC to clear debris-filled waterways, flooding the streets, they're out seizing pet squirrels. New York taxpayers deserve better.
You know, in the UK, when the coup was going on, the government actually considered killing cats, people's pets, cats, because they were transmitting the coup. It was
Which is total
considered.
horse shit. Yeah.
The thing is,
Everything just about that they told us during that period of time was pretty much a lie.
they had the squirrel
So-
inside for 7 years. If it had had rabies, one of them would
Fucking
have had
unbelievable,
rabies.
Anna.
But
That's
there,
right.
there is no way to test a living organism for rabies.
They have set up a GoFundMe for the because they don't know if it has actually been put down. So
They don't know.
yeah, they're getting the lawyers involved. There's a GoFundMe. I think it was $120,000. When I looked about 4 hours ago, it was at $90,000. So they're taking this very, very seriously.
This squirrel may actually be responsible for turning the election. Like years from now, when history looks back, it'll be Peanut gave his life so that Trump could win.
Now, there was this AI picture of a presidential candidate showing up in a peanut costume, which did not happen, but would have been fucking hilarious. Just saying.
Squirrel
that's-
lives matter.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's Peanut the squirrel and his raccoon. What was the raccoon called?
Fred,
Fred the
Um,
raccoon.
Freddie the raccoon.
Some
Not
fucking
Rocket?
believable, isn't it? You know,
I thought it was
Titan.
just Fred.
Raccoons are a little bit, because they're known to carry rabies while not themselves being infected, and that
Yeah.
that is a little scary. Rabies is no
Shit,
joke.
innit? Shit, innit? Okay, let's.
And finally,
Finally.
Finally.
Okay, finally. Okay, this is either going to go very well or very, very badly. We found this picture on the internet.
is
This
it
week.
Shooty?
No, not this week.
Is
Somebody
it
sent-
Ian?
No, not this week.
Good.
Somebody fired me over this picture of something that's happened. Yeah, Finley. Here you
What's this?
It's Price of Reason in a bar with Leslie Headland.
That's
Admiral
funny.
Akbar.
That is quite funny. I admit it.
Is that what she looks like before she became a squarehead?
This is actually looks better than she did, but she looked better than she does now. That I'll say.
That's hilarious.
Hey, you know what? I probably looked better as well. Well, what can you do?
That is brilliant.
What are you drinking there, mate?
Whiskey sour.
No, you wouldn't.
I didn't realize that Price was a calamari.
No, nor did I.
I just thought he was a. I didn't really know what you were.
A little
Yep.
squid.
Yeah, what are you, Price? For the
Hold
folks
on.
at home.
So he's not, because he doesn't look like that in his avatar.
Stop overthinking it, Ian.
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
does.
the thing is that it's a tribute, to that character, but it's still its own thing. What I do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Leslie wishes she looked like that.
No, she doesn't.
She
wishes she looks like a boy.
There are
Fair
some
enough.
pictures of her from about 14 years ago. I couldn't find any older pictures, but not
Who did
bad.
this anyway? Who did this? Anyone?
It's a collaboration.
Between who?
Brown and himself.
No,
Brown and
between
Swappies.
Professor R2. But I just did the seamless Photoshop. It's seamless, isn't it?
It's a great Photoshop.
Yeah.
Is that a Barbie?
It looks like it.
With
It
a
was,
AI'd
yeah.
head or some shit or face.
So, Price. So you're in this bar, yeah.
Yes,
You were on your own, yes.
I was on my own because it was next to where I lived.
Okay.
I shouldn't say this, but I lived in the East Village, and at the time, this bar was very close to where I lived, and I would actually frequent that, bar. I would be there frequently, I guess, and I don't think that she was there all the time. I had never met her before or after, but that evening she was sitting next to me.
Well, did she approach you, or did you approach her?
You know what? It could be that we were just, how you're just trying to find a spot on the bar? It's kind of like, I think it was a place that it wasn't empty, meaning it's fair enough to assume that you walk in there's some people there, there's people sitting at the bar, and I'm just kind of sitting there drinking. She was sitting there drinking. It has been a long time. I can't really remember all the circumstances.
Of course you can. Was Harvey there?
What'd you say?
Harvey. Was he there?
Javi?
Harvey. Look at the screen. Was Harvey there too?
Harvey.
Oh,
he wasn't
Harvey.
there. He wasn't there. If you want a dumb confession for me, like a separate one, not really confession, but about 10 years later, I actually was invited to one of those kind of Hollywood type events, and there was like a cocktail party of sorts afterwards.
Who did he? Was it by any chance?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that Hollywood.
Was there baby oil involved?
No baby oil, nothing like that. But what happened is that some people took pictures of me at that event, and a really long time. I'm saying that maybe recently, in the past few years, I kind of looked at photos from that event because I was thinking something about it and I wanted to look at it. And when I looked at the photos, I actually saw that she was at this event, which was a relatively small kind of cocktail party, but I actually I didn't recognize her. Meaning, I was in the same room with her again, maybe 10 years later, but at that point, I didn't recognize her.
The image is so spooky. Her eyes are following me all around the room, and no matter where I go.
Is it because that she had changed?
I think so. I think that she had changed already. And I guess I didn't make the connection. Maybe had she walked up to me and said, "Hey, do you remember that I'm this and this?" Maybe it would have registered, but somehow I didn't notice. And the only reason I would even notice her now is because I know from all the Star Wars stuff, and then looking at what she looks like now, and then looking at those photos, I'm like, oh, I was with her, with her. I was really in a room with not a lot of people, and she was there, and I didn't even recognize her. And I think she was there already with Rebecca Henderson,
Ferguson.
Is that her name?
Not Ferguson. Is it Ferguson Henderson?
Ferguson is the one that's hot. I think Henderson is the one that's the wife.
Henderson.
Nothing personal against her wife, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
She transformed into a beautiful butterfly.
Nice.
Hmm.
Dear, oh
So
dear.
how many hours were you at the bar with her then
None.
on the original date?
On the original day, I don't know. I believe probably a few hours.
Was there a U-Haul outside the bar?
No, there
Did
was.
you
Why?
feel lucky at any point?
I don't under. What'd you say?
Did you feel like you were going to push your luck a bit, if you know what I mean?
It's hard to get into the mind of myself. Such a long time ago. I just know that I sat there. We talked for a few hours because I was, I had studied film as well, and I was
Oh, nice.
that was kind of my path. And she's working, for Harvey at Miramax, and that's considered a big deal. I believe it was still, yes, it was Miramax. It wasn't the W company that they did afterwards. It was still in the Miramax days.
Miramax, when it was powerful and paying for Oscars.
So, but my approach to this was much more positive. Thinking it's good networking, it's a good person to talk to.
Yeah.
Today we look at it and we're all laughing, and everybody's saying all this like stuff. For me, as a person that was sort of writing some stuff and studying film, that's almost like you win the lottery in your mind at that moment. You're sitting there drinking whiskey, and then Harvey W's assistant sits
Was it a
next to
cheap
you.
whiskey or an expensive one to impress the ladies?
You know what? I think that this bar, if you didn't say anything, they would use just the cheaper kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that I splurged. I also, to be fair, I was living in the East Village. I was studying. It's not that I'm like, Mr. Big Time at this point. It's not like I had a ton of money to get like the fanciest, bottle of champagne or whatever you're referring to. I think that at most, maybe I understood where she's from, where she works. I saw like a business card, and I believe I got her a drink at least one.
Here you go, Tom. Who is she? Who is she, Price?
She's squarehead.
When did she give you the keys to Harvey's hotel room?
She didn't do. She didn't do any of that. That's the best I can do. I could just say we talked about movies. She seemed nice. It really surprised me later that it ended up. Initially, when they announced the Star Wars thing and they announced her, I didn't make the connection. But then somebody shared a video on Twitter. At the time, it was still Twitter. Somebody shared a video, and she was sitting there like talking at one of those events that somebody has her like on a panel or something. She's blabbing this nonsense. And when I saw her and heard her, and then I also like saw what her credentials are and that she during those years worked and all that stuff, it all connected. Especially like the raspy voice. She has this kind of raspy voice, and that actually I remembered. So I'm like, oh, this is totally her.
Are you the gayest squid ever? That kind of raspy?
Something like that, yes.
Okay, on that bombshell. That is it, everybody. That is it. That is it. That is it.
Thank God.
So, chat, you are wonderful. You guys who are watching this, you're the heroes of this channel. You're the heroes. Chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, and just being there. Thank you, peeps. Let's get the peeps up. It's the Phobos. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on. This was a blast.
Mega Geek. Oh, cheers in.
Wah, wah, wah. Thank you. No worries.
The brilliant Price of Reason. Cheers, Price.
Cheers, man. Thanks for having me.
Rennie L. Cheers, Rennie.
Yeah, like Ian says, no worries, no worries. No
worries.
Thank you, everyone, and chat.
Cheers.
The last, but by no means least, Golden Reach Round, Dryden Choice, all that. Malarkey, Z3PO.
Thank you for having me on again, Mr. Brown. Thanks for the chat and everybody who donated to the channel. And thanks for all the guests today. It's been a pleasure being with you.
It's been good today. Wayfarer is doing his gig straight after this. Vangelis, Blade Runner, going to be good. I think I'm not going to listen to that myself.
That's an amazing score for that movie. It's incredible.
Oh, yes. That is it, folks. Beast up tomorrow, probably. Think we might be back Tuesday with Trev. Don't know yet. Wednesday, hopefully, fingers crossed, open bar. Thursday, Price, you doing your gigs?
Yeah. On Tuesdays and Thursday, there's the Night Owl on my live channel. And then I will try to also post something on my main channel. So, yeah, there's that.
That is it, folks. We will see you at some point during the week. Hopefully, if we don't, have a great week. Take care, everybody.
R.I.P. Peanut and